Good morning, Miss L. How are you doing today? I'm alright. Really fucking tired though. It was a bit of a killer of a travel yesterday. Something like that, yeah. I couldn't find any food as well. So I literally did the whole distance. And I didn't eat until like 8, 9 o'clock. But it's done. Got nothing to do to see. Yeah, they're super like amazing. I could have spent hours just watching it all, but yeah, like because of the traveling back, it was a bit of I was like, oh no, I have to leave, and the lady had a uh full as well, just born as well. So I was like, oh my god, I just want to stay and play with the puppies and the baby horsey, you know. Hey Villette, cough, welcome in, guys. You getting the chunk out? Oh, it all depends on the GoFundMe, dude. All of this is sort of depending on money that I get from the community for it. But he is a candidate. He would definitely work. They're actually having to be collected next Saturday, so hopefully we can hit the first goal at least, and then we can take it from there. I updated the GoFundMe with goals just to show people what was going to be happening. Hey Joe, welcome in. Good day to you guys. Hope everyone's doing well. I'm just quickly doing the VODs for the show. Da da dee da dee da dee dum. Morning, Blasty. How you doing, sir? Welcome in. Yo, Villet, thank you very much for the donut, dude. I appreciate that, sir. TF, good morning to you. Welcome in, guys. Doing well, out of my hotel again, on the road. On the road again, dude. You crazy, crazy trucker. Hey, Xander, welcome in. How are you doing today, dude? Welcome, 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 welcome. Alright, time to open up the fucking dog articles. Let's see if there's any wolves available. Wolf puppies. Holy shit. Literally all the articles have gone, man. Oh my god. What the fuck? Okay. I will come back to that later. I have no idea what the fuck is going on with that website. Good morning, stroke afternoon, stroke evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Michael the Dark Lawrence, and welcome to another episode of The Darkness here on Twitch. It is Thursday, chat, 13th of October, 22. Day 48 in a row. We're literally about to hit the 150 days in a row, which means when we do, which would be what, Saturday, we have 30 days to go. Obviously, we are going to do 35 days in total because I want, like, it's normally 182 days and a bit to do 6 months, but I want to go over by like 3 days just to be like yeah, you know what I mean. We can do an extra thing. So we're gonna do 185 days in total. But yeah, we're about to hit 150 this Saturday, which is nuts. And then, because obviously a lot of plans have changed in my life within this 180 plus days, quite drastically actually, it changed a lot of my life. Shows you how fast your life can just change like that within 6 months, man. Crazy stuff. And there's been a lot of sad stuff within the past, like, you know, month and a bit. There's obviously that stuff with Miss Gabby's where the Star Citizen backer passed away and they were quite close and stuff like that. There's obviously Luna, people with COVID, and yeah, it's just absolutely crazy stuff. There's other stuff as well, but I'm not going to mention it because obviously I don't want to bring personal stuff up for people, and you know what I mean. It's their business. It's, you know, there's people that are quite close. Well, no, I wouldn't say close to me, but you know, that I have fondness for, and obviously they're going through stuff as well. And it's like it's just not really been that good of a year, 22 for people right now. But everyone's like that every year, you know. Doesn't matter what year it is. There's always tragedy in the world. However, the plan was to go for a year because I was like, yeah, you know what? I've done 6 months. I can do a fucking year. But because of life changes, I am going to stop at 185, and I'm going to take maybe 1 or 2 weeks off streaming because I kind of just want to go. If I've got enough money, obviously we'll see what next month brings. I kind of want to hit my like birthday and just disappear off the planet for a couple of weeks with Nova, and if we do get another friend for Nova, and just fucking gone. You know what I mean? No social media. Maybe go to Isle of Skye, Airbnb kind of thing for the weekend. You know, something cheap like £300 or something like that, and just literally self-cater, detach, and just don't speak to anyone. I kind of feel like I need to do that. Maybe go to the Outer Hebrides and swim in the ice cold water, and do kung fu on a beach whilst playing drunk on the Jägermeister. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Hey Tango, how you doing, Chief? But again, thank you very much, everyone who has donated. Blasty, thank you so much for the donation, dude. We're up to over 700 now for a friend of Nova. Obviously, the first goal, hopefully to try and achieve, is the 1500. I put 3 goals down just to give people an idea of what the costs are in the UK to do something like this. So it's £1,500 to obviously purchase a friend for Nova. It's 2,000 to purchase a friend for Nova and the injections that is required, and obviously it's 2,500 to purchase a friend, injections, and the operation to be neutered when it becomes of age. And that's what I'm trying to achieve, because obviously Luna was very, very expensive to deal with, and obviously the result is pretty shitty, but you know what I mean. Like, you have to spend the money to also lose, you know, your friend at the same time. So it is what it is. But obviously, you know what I mean. Like, we're getting to the point where I'm like, yeah, this is the thing. And Nova's also. So I've got in my pocket. I'm hoping he'll come through for it. So this is Nova's favorite treat. He's not eating them. So yesterday, last night, and this morning, he's not eating his favorite treats, and this shit is like crack to dogs. Okay, so he would always take them. He fights. He would have fought Luna and Melina for it. He loves when I get the giant versions, which are quite expensive, and he's not eating them. And that has me super fucking concerned that if I start noticing that he starts skipping meals, then I'm going to be panicking like fucking crazy. A snack or two, he could be pissed off with me that I didn't take him on the 7-hour drive yesterday to the location and back, right? And obviously he'll smell Mama Dog, all the puppies, the father and the stepbrother that I got to see, which were just beautiful specimens. And also the foal as well, which was on site. So he might just be pissed off with me. But obviously, with what's happening with Nova right now, it's kind of like, I swear to God, dog, if you stop eating your actual meals, I'm going to be really fucking pissed off. Because if he starts doing that shit, then you know it's a heartbroken situation and he's just going to kill himself because of it. And I'm going to end up losing both my fucking dogs at this rate. So I'm kind of like, obviously I'm looking at the worst case scenario right now because obviously that, but in 5+ years I've had him, he's never not taken one of these. This is literally, I mean, to be honest, it's very tasty actually. Very tasty. So yeah, there's with Nova that I'm really, really worried with that. However, he ate his dinner last night, my mother said, so that's a good sign. If he skips it today, then I will start to maybe like, what's going on, you know what I mean? So, we'll see how it goes. Obviously, the puppy I posted on Twitter, I forgot to do on Discord, sorry guys. Let me bring up the tweet here, so you guys can go and check. So this is the possible candidate. And this is an Alaskan Shepherd cross Husky. An Alaskan Shepherd is pretty much an Alaskan Malamute mixed with a German Shepherd. So it's basically German Shepherd, Alaskan Malamute, and Siberian Husky crossed together. So double Husky power. And it's a giant big floofer. And out of all the Babas that were there, this one stood out the most to me. Obviously the ears will go up. I kind of, if I was to get this one, I would kind of hope that the ears stay down, because it gives it that kind of sort of like soft, sort of like, look at me kind of face, right? But the ears will go up because of the breed. But what stood out was the big fluffy coat, and the big paws. The father was a tank. So I've always thought Nova was a beast, right? And this dad is like, if you go, like, so Nova would be like a very fit dad, right? But this pup's father was like, you know, athlete. I've never seen muscle density on a husky like this before. It was just walking around like, I'm fucking jacked, you know? You're expecting it to go on a fucking bench and start doing this shit in the background, you know what I mean? It was a beast. And literally, she let me like play with the husky and stuff like that. And this motherfucker was doing like the same tricks that Nova does, the bouncing, the paws and stuff. And I actually had to put serious fucking balance into my stance when playing with it, because this motherfucker was 40 kilograms and it was bouncing around like a fucking ninja. So yeah, it was a shock to me, because I've never seen a husky like this, and it was pure white as well, and it's a KC Reg. Hey Vinny, how you doing, Chief? So that means it's not tainted with anything else. It's a purebred husky. And it's not from a genetic, like a cross line. And I am like, where the fuck did somebody find this husky? You know what I mean? Pure white. It doesn't have blue eyes, okay? And that's technically like a mutation in the eyes anyway. They're same as like humans, basically. And it was just so stacked for how big it was. So it was roughly about the same size as Nova, but it was stacked. It was jacked. It was like they've been feeding him fucking protein and it's been benching for fucking years, you know what I mean? It just came out in such a cool stance. So getting to see the mother, the father, which is quite rare, because normally people just get studs in, which is obviously the male, to just do the breeding, and they own the female, right? So I got to see the mother, the father. I got to see the step daughter or something like that, the stepfather, stepbrother, sorry. So from different lines. So basically, father having it off with another husky to make different ones, like husky, basically. And the outcome of them, and all the dogs were very, very strong, good coats, lovely nature. The one that you see in the picture literally wrapped its arms, like, because it was the first time another human had held it. And the mother was freaking out a little bit, but that's to be expected. And it just sort of put its arms round like that. And because it's got big hands, man. So my hand's like that, you know, holding it. And all I feel is like this. And I'm like, holy shit, you're only 7 weeks old and it hurts so much. And I'm like that, yeah, it's totally fine. It's just a puppy. And I'm like, shit, if this thing grows up bigger than its mother or father, I might be able to get a saddle for it, you know? So yeah, really, really cool to see. That was the longest distance we had. However, looking at the list of possibles today, a lot of them have already taken their post down, which means that people have already reserved, which is kind of like, shit, you know what I mean? And these pure white Alaskan Huskies are going to go pretty fast as well, so... it says that GoFundMe is sending me an amount of money from the total, but it's gonna take 5 days. So I may do. If I see the GoFundMe go up a little bit more today, and obviously this is not pressuring people, please don't feel like you need to drop anything. But if I see it maybe up another couple of hundred by the end of today or by the start of tomorrow, I may just see if I can take a little loan to put money down for one of these pups. But right now it's just sort of like meh. You know what I mean? It's a long way to go. The reserve is 250 plus. So yeah, I'll see how today goes before I make a choice. But I didn't expect the actual site where I get puppies from or search for puppies to be completely deleted. In range of things to do, so I may have to change out from the husky sort of idea and go with like the German setter, German short-haired pointer and stuff. We won't need a motorbike, just have a polar bear mount. No joke, it would have a chance to be like maybe where I could have the body and put my legs on the ground but not carry the weight, you know. Gumtree I would highly recommend, Xander. You also can go to like other sites. So if we're like looking for what would be like you were saying yesterday, Golden Lab, puppies for sale. Let's have a quick look here before we get into Star Citizen. So Pets for Home is another one that I would recommend. So Gumtree UK under the Papa area, and then Pets for Home actually have a dog listing. Ooh, I better not show you this, right? Right, let me just get rid of some of the private stuff and then I'll change screen here for you. Alright. So again, if you were looking for like Labrador Receiver, there's silvers here for 800. Oh, and they've got blue eyes. Little silver. Oh my god, it's just a little toad. It's a little wrinkle. It's pretty cool, it's got blue eyes. However, they could shift. It depends on the fathers. Yeah, lovely dogs, the silver retriever. Labrador chocolate here, silver, yellow, and champagne. Ooh, we got a fucking cocktail here. Yeah, I know. Like I said, I apologize for showing you this. So there's your. I would imagine that's either yellow or it's going to be the champagne. That's gorgeous. Nice incubator. So yeah, like again, these would be the two sites that I would recommend. I wouldn't use anything else purely because, I mean, you can use Facebook to a certain degree, but I always find that like Pets for Home is a legit stuff. You know what I mean? You get good photos, you get good information. When it's sketchy information, you just bypass it. Even if you see the puppy looking good, just don't bother. You waste your time. So say for example, Labrador Golden Retriever, right? Here you can see the thing. It's gonna say where sometimes people put down it's neutered, and that's whatever. But see how it gives you all the information and then a good description about it. If somebody gives a lot of photos, you know, like 4 photos is completely fine. As long as you get to see the mother, you know what I mean, and then verified by phone and email, and you can see the history of their posting and stuff. Hey, cigarettes, how you doing, Chief? And this is where I would recommend websites like this instead of like Facebook sites that just have like really sketchy shit, you know? Because obviously, like, you can set out the ranges of where you want to be, all of UK. You can filter it out to benefit you. But this would be like this is what I use. I use Pets for Home and I use Gumtree. Again, I just don't use Facebook for this shit because it can be very, very sketchy. It's not regulated either, you know what I mean? Because when you report the site, Facebook just generally don't do shit. They'll either delete the site and somebody else will just create another one, you know? 9KC registered Labrador puppies. See here, you get 17 photos. This is the shit that you're wanting, right? Because you get to see all the pups. They'll be singled out. To give you an idea, you know, somebody's actually putting in effort to advertise their product. Because again, it is product. There will be the male or female, depending. The father, and then you get a video here. I mean, this is the shit you're wanting, right? Because they show a video of the pups playing, the environment that they're in, so they're in a room with hardly any things. Obviously, puppies get messy if anybody thinks it's going to be anything more than this, but you see them playing in good health, bouncing around. This is the shit you want to see, right? Before you even bother to travel or even contemplate paying £1,000 for a lab puppy. £1,000 actually for a KC lab is really fucking good money, actually. Especially in today's market. And again, you get to see them having fun, you know, and it's 38 seconds. People don't need to do these videos, but yeah. And everything again. Details and stuff. Microchipped, yes. KC registered. So you're not only going to get KC'd, you're going to get microchipped. Vaccinated, it has to be by law. Worm treated, it has to be by law for the 8 weeks it goes away. They're at 7 weeks, so within a week to go. 6 female, 3 male. And obviously you can see a little bit of family history and more here. We have 3 black dogs. We have 3 black bitches. 1 red bitch. 1 red bitch? Where's the red? Two blonde bitch. Alright, okay, so one of these are classed as red. That must be it there. These must be the blonde. So it's a much darker kind of color if that's how they class it as red. I was expecting actually a red, but I guess they call it red for the darker tone because this is a lot lighter. Yeah, it stands out here. There's the red. Because that's definitely blonde. That's blonde because the top of their heads are so much lighter and it's in the same light. That's interesting. So yeah, that's what I would use, dude, whenever you ever get to that stage in your life where you want to get the Popeyes. Hey, Kobe, just remember to go in with the idea that you just want one, because every time I look at puppies, no joke, I just want to buy them all. If I had land and I had the money, right, I would definitely, like, no joke, if I had oodles of money right now and I had land, I would probably go to the person I saw yesterday and say, I'll take all 10 puppies. Because that would be so fucking cool. I'm trying out this new bottle today, which is for hiking, which has like, so here we go, I don't know if it shows you off. You've got the release catch that holds it, and then there's a little thing that pressurizes it. But then what I like about it is you've actually got a lift lever that goes over so it can't be pressed for hiking. So just trying it out. It's a 1 liter bottle as well, so the only problem is it's made from some weird fucking material, which is super, like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know why anyone would add a material that just literally slips through your fucking fingers, right? So I can see why they've got it for here, and they've got the grip sort of marker, so you're meant to grip it, but you know what I mean? Like, it's a fucking weird material that might have to tape it. Just in case, like, you know, raining and stuff like that. So I've updated video drivers, cleaned out cache. We'll see if this has any performance change. I was looking at like the 4090 cards, man. Crazy stuff. Crazy performance of them. But yeah, huge amount of money. Like for me, if somebody was to say to me, which would you prefer, a 4090 or would you want a new dog for Nova? It'd be, or a new friend for Nova. It'd be a new friend for Nova. 100%. Because the graphics card would get updated in a year to 2 years. However, you know, few years with Popeye would be fantastic. I got strong armed into getting the blue raspberry sneak tub the other day there, but gonna order a strawberry watermelon. Also, I think, dude, good choice. Strawberry watermelon is a really nice flavor. If we go through like the, let me quickly just blur this. Sneak energy. Strawberry watermelon is really good. I love how like it creates this sort of like saliva in the back. Well, my mouth anyway. It creates like little pockets of saliva here, and it's just all juicy and stuff. So, if we look at the actual, oh, do they have more cans now? No, they still just have the 4. Damn, I got a little bit excited with it. So, if you were to look at the tubs, can we actually? No. Can we just stop? Did that add it to the cart already? No. Just get off. Where is how to sneak? Is it here? Where can we see all the flavors? Is this how you see it? No. Yeah, here we go. So, hands down, let me just get rid of that. Let it cache a bit. Hands down, electric mango for me is like a pina colada. It's insane. Even though it's advertised as electric mango, all I can taste is a pina colada without the rum. Origins is rhubarb and custard sweets. The Grape Crush, I'm not a fan of. It's basically like those old cheap grape sort of shots that you used to get as a kid, and it is really nice, but obviously it's not up there. Blue raspberry, awesome flavor. Raspberry and lemon, awesome flavor. Neon punch, I still can't work out what the fuck it is. Bubblegum Millions, I was never a Bubblegum Millions fan anyway. I was more of the Strawberry Millions fan. So it's nice, but my taste buds don't like it. Strawberry Millions, really good. Sour apple, love it. No. Cherry bomb, one of my favorites. Strawberry watermelon, amazing. Tropicilla, it's palatable for me. Purple Storm is like Vimto. And then obviously Breakfast Orange is literally their last one. However, their orange love coming up very shortly. Maybe in the next week or two. So yeah, awesome flavors for their stock. Obviously they got rid of Stealth in the UK. Stealth was basically refreshers, but it wasn't selling well, so they replaced it, which is understandable. They're trying to rotate it out. But I would definitely say, if this was my old collection, and you can't have that one, it would be Purple Storm, Cherry Bomb, Watermelon, Electric Mango, and Raspberry Lemon. If that was if I could only have 5, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This one's really good, but I would rather this because this mixes well with other things. Because that's what you do, right? You can experiment mixing the flavors, and it works really well. Let's see if they got any merch. How to Sneak 101, yeah. They still have some hoodies. It's just not my colors, you know what I mean? Like, for me, I'm always black and white. What size do they actually have? They have... Oh no, they're all sold out. I could just get a giant fucking t-shirt for like bed, I suppose. Really good quality as well. I need to get more of the streamer tees to wear. But I'm kind of waiting to see if they bring out like a version 3 before I purchase. Because I don't know if I'm going to go back to shirt and tie. Like, the whole stuff with, like, what's going on in the past, like, month and a bit. I've just been too stressed, right, to wear shirt and tie all the time. So, I'm half tempted to change out, you know how we call it the red tie gang? I'm half tempted to just change it out to the wolf gang and maybe let the red tie only come out for very special occasions. I'm half tempted to do that. I don't know. Sorry, the game is caching because I deleted all the cache because I updated my video driver, so I'm just sucking up the stuff. That's wild. Wolfpack, yeah. Wolfpack gang, the wolf gang, something like that, you know. I don't know. Just spitballing ideas. Now, have my helmets disappeared or are they still there? Yeah, they're still there, good. Do it again! What to do today, ladies and gentlemen? What to do? Let me just quickly run down here and get cashed. Soak all the cash! Wolfgang is an anime character? Okay. Oh, it's an NPC teleporting there. Nice to have frames though. Oh no, it's not really. I kind of wish, right? I would love if CIG added in a thing where you could basically download or like clear out your cache folder and then you could press a button to recache and it spends like 15 minutes downloading all the cache to your system or like the assets to, you know what I mean? Like I am somebody who would be quite happy to have like a terabyte sized drive just for Star Citizen if I could download all the stuff, you know what I mean? Yeah, like Warframe, yeah. Swap with you if you like. I can go home and play SE and you can come fix an X-ray generator.
Welcome to the ASOS.
Actually sounds quite fun, but I don't think I would be able to fix it, to be honest, reformed. I'm pretty sure it would get more broken, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to do it again. Oh yeah, I need a crime stat. Shit, 'cause I didn't play yesterday. Okay, we need to go and do some bamming.
Stand by.
Bamming! Oh, skadoot!
Vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
All you need is a hammer. Very true, yeah. Very, very true. Do we know if Inside Star Citizen is starting tonight again, or are they waiting until 3:18? I can't remember what Jared said. I'm really excited for like the next sessions of Inside Star Citizen if they can talk about, or the live show if they can get the vet team in. That would be so cool. Gaming taught us to fix everything with smack it with a hammer. True. Very, very true. So again guys, if you're new to the channel or unaware, !Nova, we are trying to do a FundMe for Nova himself, the Husky, to allow me to be able to purchase a friend for him because, as it says in the message, he is very much deteriorating, and as I said to people this morning when I started the show, you can see it back in the VOD if you so wish, he's now not eating his favourite chews. So the next thing on the list is for him to completely stop eating, and then I'm going to be panicking like a fucking madman because we will be heading to the part of I'm going to also lose my second dog if he stops eating. Obviously I can force things down his throat, but you know what I mean, like they always say, if a dog stops eating, the dog doesn't want to live. Hopefully we can get on with it, or he gets on with it. Does anyone know if this game can run on my laptop or not? My specs are Intel Core i7, don't even know that one, RTX, looking for smooth FPS. Maybe not with the RAM. 32 is normally the RAM that we have to go for. Godman. Everything else is good, right? And obviously if it was on SSD, the thing you could do is just literally, if you wait till November, there will be a free flight coming up where you can play the game for free. If you don't have an account, you can use !REF to create one using my referral. It'll give you a little bit of extra stuff if you ever do make that purchase. And then you could try it for yourself, you know what I mean? I think it's just literally the RAM that would be the negative, you know? That's the only thing I would say. Because it does like 32 gig. Smooth experience or smooth FPS, I'm gonna tell you right now, no. Because the game is not optimized at all. So smooth does not come into the caliber of Star Citizen, even with the best of PCs. Right now, you can see here I've got like 40 FPS on 6K, which is not bad, but it goes up and down like a fucking yo-yo at times. So it doesn't matter what you put into this game, it's very much CPU bottlenecked right now. I see it's mostly CPU bound though rather than GPU, but yeah. Yeah, again, it's more the natural RAM. It does like 32 gigs to run this effectively. Yeah, that's very true. Their electricity bill is going to be juicy. Right. Ooh. Wait, chat. That's fire. Fuck 3. Torps away, torps away. Will it hit? Will it hit? Oh, there we go. Good. It striked. Voltage, thank you very much for the 17-month support. I appreciate it. Good morning to you, Chief. How you doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Alright, so that puts us back up at crime free. We need to do, like, a few missions here. This. And we'll warp to this one. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with the electricity bills and stuff, but everyone that I've seen buy one, like Mythologist and co, you know what I mean? He doesn't really have an electricity problem right now, I would think. You know what I mean? He's an architect, he does well on YouTube, does well on Twitch. Yeah, he probably doesn't give a shit right now about that stuff. So yeah, fuck man, go for it. 490 power. Power! That'd be dope. I was melting the card. Yeah, man. I'm kind of like, unless somebody gives me a 4090 that will fit in my PC, Zayman, I'm gonna wait until I actually have to buy a full new PC, you know? Because they'll do a new card next year, or an upgrade, or whatever, you know what I mean? Like, it's a never-ending thing. So whilst people are spending like 2K now, I'm gonna wait for the more fuel-efficient version that apparently they're working on. I'm not in a situation to be able to bust out that kind of cash. Like I said, I would rather do stuff with the Huskies and stuff like that, go on a holiday than this stuff. Oh, we're gonna have to rewind. Back off. Shit. Can we please fucking get an update? Holy shit, man. Update the goddamn mission. Oh, this is not good. We're gonna have to move away here in a bit. Right, it's now finally blue. There we go. Fucking hell. I fucking hate when servers fanny around like this. Ugh. Out. Douche. Crime form. In test, it's barely goes over 400 watt. Oh, the thing. 1000 watt PS supply with ATX free. Otherwise, it power spikes. Yeah, that's a good way of doing it, Vinny, yeah. You'll have to find one in the UK. Oh, yeah. You'll have a job finding one, yeah. No store is even selling that stuff anyway. Like, I can't find anyone selling a 4090. But I'd be waiting for MSI anyway. I don't ever get anything else apart from an MSI card. I may actually go RNDA free, because that sounds promising. We'll see earlier come November. Oh, I'll see. I'll get the 3070 when the prices go down. Yeah, that's true. Like I said, if I was going to do any, like, obviously if somebody was to give me a 4090, obviously that would be dope, right? But for me, I would actually be more interested in getting like a 3090 Ti at a much cheaper price, and then putting the 30 in the stream PC. Then I wouldn't need to upgrade at all to 2025 personally, you know. That would be a solid lock-in, you know. An update. There we go. Works for you. Strike when the iron is hot. Let's go and rearm. Contact. Imagine if these things actually showed you. Where are you? 30's likely will go down quite a bit. I imagine we're already going for like 1K to it. Yeah. Again, that's the only thing I would probably like upgrade if I had the money. But right now, for me, Nova, gain exercise, all that jazz. Because we're not going to see any improvements to Star Citizen in the next like 6-9 months. Anyway, we're going to get a bit of Gen 12 in Free 18, but there's nothing until 4.0 pretty much, which could be Free 19. We don't know. But I'm kind of looking at it, you know what I mean? I would rather spend the winter having fun with pups and doing like holidays and stuff like that than sitting beside my PC any more than I do right now. I kind of like, for me, I'm very like, I love doing the streaming gig and stuff like that, but with what happened with Luna, I want to spend more time away from the PC. Even more, basically. Where I'm gonna, basically we're gonna be starting to do these reaction videos at the end of the month. But I am gonna go down to possibly 3 streams a week. When we come out of the thing. So it'll be probably like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Or it'll be Friday, Saturday, Monday or something like that. I don't know, I'll see. With the, obviously the occasional bonus streams and stuff like that, but yeah. For me, I'm gonna concentrate more on life than video games. That is where I want to go from now on. Because, again, one of my biggest regrets with Luna is I never took her to places where I wanted to. Because I've just been dealing with so much stream-wise and stuff like that in life that I neglected to go to the places I wanted to go to, so... Yeah, I know that. Zaman, but Loco's got also a big following background. You know what I mean? Like, she goes live, she's got like 100+ viewers already sitting there, kind of stuff right at the beginning. You know what I mean? The biggest thing for me, I would love to achieve something like what Captain Burks has. Within the first hour, he's at full speed. You know what I mean? That's like Salty Mike, Captain Burks. Before they even go live, people are in the channel ready to go. So within the first clock on the Twitch thing, they're already sitting at like 50, 60 viewers within the first 5 minutes. That's what I want to achieve. It's not the money that's important to me, it's the, you know what I mean, like the sense of, am I actually doing anything worthwhile, you know? Burks is also 30 minutes late. Who fucking cares, man? I put notifications out, and it seems to still make zero difference, you know what I mean? So, that's what I want out of streaming. I don't care about the money. Money for me is never a big factor, right? It's the interaction that you get, and that's what I want the most. Somebody might have taken it. I've tried AMD GPU in the past, but the power wattage for me is a little nuts with the Nvidia in the 40Cs. Again, yeah. I mean, it's a huge improvement in power, but it comes at the cost of you have to put more power in to get more power out. And I just ain't in that money situation where I need more graphics. You know what I mean? This is the funny thing. Like, for content creators, when they're like pushing boundaries and stuff like that, that's cool, but you can only record 4K at 60 FPS. So it's just like, what do I fucking care, you know? I get that anyway. So I just can't justify everything. Again, like, if somebody was to hand me a 4090 MSI, you know, I would gracefully accept it and put it in the PC and test its craziness. But for me, that kind of money, like, what is it, $2,000 or something like that for them? That's a lot of money just for 50% improvement. Double the fucking fuel costs of a 3090 Ti, which will go down in price in the next year. And then what happens when, you know, they'll bring out something next, and it might be more like logical for prices and stuff. We'll see, you know. That was the hardest thing, especially with Star Citizen, where I would rather actually spend money on a better like CPU, you know. If I had the money, I would have definitely got that X series CPU, because that seems to be the best thing for Star Citizens right now. But obviously, CIG can't have it where we are having people literally spending that kind of money just for a CPU to play the game. You know what I mean? It needs to eventually be optimized to do things, right? Not everyone can afford that stuff. So for me, I'm like, I just don't feel like spending that kind of money just to have better frames in a fucking alpha version of Star Citizen. Just doesn't make any sense to me, you know? It's more just chest beating kind of mentality, I feel. Especially with winter coming. And if they put the electricity prices up anymore, yeah, you know what I mean? It's... people are gonna suffer hard this winter. You can't get... yeah, exactly. They only have a DisplayPort 1.4. Really? Really, Chris? That's interesting. Alright, well then, yeah. See, again, there's... you know what I mean? Like, if I think about it, I could wait for the prices to crash, hit out a 3090 Ti, whack that in the gaming rig, right? Get the best out of 1.4 DisplayPort for a lot cheaper, and then put the 3080 in the streaming PC, which is literally like the next 5 years fucking sorted, right? Unless somebody comes out with a crazy fucking card that works for streams. And then just get a full PC by like 2025 for the release of Star Citizen. Easy, easy. Obviously, if you got disposable income, then go fucking nuts with it, but I don't have that ability right now. Thus the GoFundMe for Nova, !Nova. Sorry if I feel like I'm constantly plugging it, but he's super important to me. I sat here all day yesterday waiting and never got a look in. What do you mean? You never got a look in? Did I miss something you said yesterday, dude? I apologize if I did. My mind was a bit distracted. Oh, in the 4090, okay. Right. Did I see the Intel GPUs? No. Well, I mean, I know of them, but obviously... Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I don't... Again, Zayman, I've not really been at my PC for the last, like, 4 or 5 weeks. COVID, then Luna, now with Nova, you know what I mean? My mind is not exactly giving a shit about technology and Star Citizen and all that stuff, you know? Kind of feel there are better things in life to give a fuck about right now. I have two 1080p monitors and a 1600 Ti. It's fine for its need. 40 series is just money, blagging. Yeah, pretty much right now. Again, if it's not, you know what I mean. This was the biggest gripe I had. Ooh, hello. You know, this is the biggest gripe that I had with the 40 series, Chris, was they didn't add any more fucking DP slots. You know what I mean? For something this powerful, 3 DP slots and 1 HDMI. It would have been so fucking cool if they put an in and out HDMI. Then you could take away the capture card of a stream PC, you know? Like, nobody's even thinking about this kind of shit, you know what I mean? Which annoys me with Nvidia. Like, they could literally do so many things. I give Arc a couple of gens. Oh, is that what the name of the Intel stuff is? Is it called Arc? Intel Arc? Oh, actually not a bad name. Buying an Intel GPU and slotting it is cheaper than having 2 PCs? What do you mean? I might put an Intel GPU in as a render card. Yeah, obviously if it outperforms, but obviously it would have to be better like a 20 than a 20 series GPU for rendering, you know? I'm definitely interested to see where Intel goes with it. It's the same with like Intel and stuff like that. Like I said a few days ago, I'm pretty sure you're gonna start seeing NVIDIA CPU in the future, and they only work with NVIDIA GPUs. I guarantee you this shit. I guarantee you we're gonna see this sort of like money greed, right? I'd have to see the spec. Like, if it renders better than a 30 series card, I know the 40 series has even more stuff, but you know what I mean? Like, I ain't buying a 40 series for a fucking stream PC. That's just a complete waste of money. NVIDIA CPUs. I'm banking on it, dude. No joke. You got Intel CPU, GPU, you got AMD and CPU, GPU. And before fucking NVIDIA do it. But you know what they're like, you know? Like, I like NVIDIA stuff, it's more MSI stuff, right? But it's very apparent like they're just doing stuff out for greediness right now, so a CPU that only works with their GPU and vice versa. There you go, eh? Right, Fox 3. Oh, that's actually sitting behind the... Or, no, it's good, it's good, it's good, it's good. We're gonna cut through here, and we're gonna carve, and dive down. We don't have any starfarers, man. What's with the no starfarer fucking missions? Trying to think if I... Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna actually go and rearm now, just because now that I said it, I guarantee you're gonna see a fucking mission with the starfarers. 2 starfarers and a hammerhead will be next. And that would give me crime 5. Intel new codec is pretty good. I would slot the Intel card in the in as the second card, keep my primary card as the 27 and use the as the render card at least. Yeah, but why would I do that for a 2080 Ti? You know what I mean? My 2080 Ti is my render card. So unless the fucking you know what I'm saying? Like I dual PC, right? So there's no point in me doing something like that because dual PC kicks the fuck out of single PC. If you're like a full-time streamer, because I can literally record 4K, 1440p stream 1440p stream, reverse time like this basically on the stream, which requires big stuff to do, and then push it forward. One PC just is only good like if you're just doing a couple of hours, couple of days kind of streaming, you know. But then I would recommend you just get a decent GPU since it can do 3 things at once, you know, save money. No, I've not done fresh now. We're at the end of the stream, dude. That's when we're going to be doing that kind of stuff. Just so it's easier for Jack to find in the future. I also need to make a reaction screen soon. Alright, 2 starfarers. That's all I asked for, right? Hammerhead and 2 starfarers. That should give me crime 5. We'll see if the EVJ jumps on board. Nah, I think they're done, right? It would be kind of stupid for them to jump back on after saying we're done, right? Since he said there's not much profit in it, right? Which is probably true these days, you know? Because how many times do people upgrade the moment they see it, you know? Hey, Mums. How you doing, Chief? Welcome in, sir. Can we get a shout from Mums, please? Zeman, if you're there, dude. Thank you so much, bud. Gotta slow her down. Problem is in video on that one. True. Ha! Fuck yeah. I told you, boys. I told you. Ah, it's not double. That's fine. We'll take the hammerhead. And then we will strike the Starfarer. And if that doesn't give me, I'm gonna strike the fucking Vanguard for lols. Fuck's free on that. Fly straight. Fly straight. No nonsense. Hold. Hold the line. There he goes. Strike. Targeting. Boop, 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 boop. And strike. Fox free. Prime 5 engaged. And just for fucking memes, let's see if I can torp a fucking Vanguard before we go back to Grim. And then we're heading to fucking Hurston. Ooh, stop chasing me so fast! Reverse strafe, maximum speed. God damn it, this thing can keep up. What the fuck? There we go. Right, you line up, that's it, that's it. Beautiful. Forward, strike free. Get into a turn fight here. Get fucked! Oh man, imagine if that was a player. It'd be so satisfying. Alright, let's land this. We're Crime 5 on our way to Disneyland. Hey mums, how was your stream, dude? Thank you so much for that raid as well, dude. Thank you, Sam, for the shout of the raid. It still doesn't tell me, like, who does it. Or maybe it's, you know what I need to actually do? I need to start using fucking mod view, right? Ooh, somebody just blew up outside Grimhex. Let's just land first. Mod view. How does mod view actually show, right? Na 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 na. You not hide the video? Oh, it does. Cool, that's awesome. Right, hopefully it doesn't go skelty at full speed. For some reason the Clips has this issue where it likes to just randomly go at full speed. There we go. Can I actually add this into here? Edit. Is there mod view? Mod actions. There is mod actions. Nice. How do I put it on top of here though? I want it to go above here. There we go. Yeah. Nice. Yeah, we save it like that. Cool. Nice, I can see it when it works then. Awesome. Cool. Haven't had a single problem with AMD GPUs since I switched my computer and it... Nice. I recently, this year, switched over to the AMD CPU and I seem to be having no issues with it, which is nice. Bad. Hey, Tough, good morning to you, Chief. How was your day today?
Welcome to the ASOP Vehicle Retrieval System.
It'll take long to get Crime 5, eh? Hey, Shepard, thank you very much for the follow, Chief. Again, Mums, thank you for the raid, bud.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
Right, that's that claimed. You know what? Let's go to a fresh server. Because then we'll pop up in the thing. Ooh. Getting ready to work as well. Nice. I need to get back into better eating habits. I still haven't eaten any food all today. I'm very, very bad, chat. I keep eating less and less these days. I guess that would just be stress, right? You're off to work? Alright, Dunkel. Thank you very much for being here, dude. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe. If Nvidia make their GPUs any bigger, they might as well make them where they go flat and put a fucking metal like plate on them where you could crack an egg and cook an egg on it. No joke, right? The way they're starting to heat up, if the TI version is melting the card itself because of the heat, fucking might as well play video games and cook breakfast at the same time on your PC, right? Or add like some radiator piping that sits on the outside of the PC and it fucking heats your room up, you know, vents it better than what exhaust pipes do. Get an actual radiator. Not to cool it down, but like to heat up. 4 slots thick? Fucking hell. It needs the motherboard to be mounted to it. Jeez. My computer can do spreadsheets, internet gaming, and breakfast. Yeah, dude, no joke. That's where it's going, like, these cards are just stupid. Absolutely stupid. I mean, they're cool, don't get me wrong. But it's just getting ridiculous in size. The electricity, the heating, I mean, the performance is going up, right? But aren't they meant to be able to go over to, like, the new size of card? Isn't the next one they're gonna bring out, or next gen, is meant to be, like, the new PCI board or whatever, or maybe I'm mistaken. Again, I don't really keep up to date with tech, but I thought that was it. You know, I mean, they're moving over to some different thing. It's already here. DDR5 RAM. Yeah. But I'm talking about with like GPUs, they're meant to be going on a different system or something. Or is that the 40 series is already in the new system?
Vehicle selected. Stand by.
PCIe 4 is already here. Right. And that's what the 4 series is built off, right? The 40 series. Nice, okay. So pretty much, if I'm ever wanting to upgrade my PC, it's probably just better to upgrade the full PC to DDR5 and all that shit.
Oh, hello. Hey, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hey, beautiful people. Hey, beautiful girl. Hey, you have beautiful eyes. Hey. Hello. Hello. Can you hear me? Hello.
Always one, you know? I swear to God, humanity makes me sick at times. So many fucking children, like. Hey, Frisco, how you doing, Chief? Man, that'd take a while. Hangar 13 as well. Oh, beautiful. The biggest hangar. For the biggest ego. I think the 40 series may be the only card that might saturate more than 16 gen. Guy's crying. He's like, what the fuck? Why are you pushing me? Why are you pushing me? Maybe you learn how to press W, A, S, and D, you might not get pushed around. Or first card on them. My only concern is the sizes of these cards. If it goes up anymore, you know what I mean? Hey, Razzie, 17 months! Boo, boo. thank you, dude. Thank you. They didn't do the Jeff. Get the old fucking things on. What are we dealing with here? Of course. Also, a blade, eh? Oh well. We will go to Hurston. That's where I want to go. Whee! Fly, my pretty fly. Thunderbirds are go. Right, Hurston, here we go. I'm not confident 318 will make it this quarter. Well, it's in Evocati right now. So, 2 weeks for Evocati. We come to the end of October. PTU to the end of November. Yeah, it literally comes into the time I said, Razzie, which would be mid-December. That was my guess. It's just exclamation mark Nova, Alpha Zero. Just exclamation mark Nova, dude. Oh no, actually that works. Holy shit. That's strange. People just go backwards, it can be 100% on it. Yeah, PvP in this game is just so shit, Veshkan. That's why I like go to hard atmosphere. Dude, no joke, right? You should try your Hornet, right? On Hurston, like as a criminal, and just wait for people to get under 5k height, and then just lit them up on the first pass. It's so satisfying, by the way, dude. Obviously, if you got a sweat on you, then you got a sweat on you. But, you know, that's no more different than having it in space, I suppose. But it's a lot of fun, man. And it gives you a real sense of the possible flight model changes, obviously with tweet and stuff, because don't worry, bruh, don't worry. I'm mentioning the Hornet quite a bit. We gotta get that one sorted. If it keeps going in this direction, I wouldn't be surprised if AMD pulls a Ryzen on Nvidia. Lisa Sue? Yeah. She has wonderful shoes. I did mention this like 2 years ago on stream. I didn't see the thing this year, but yeah, she's pretty fucking cool, man, I have to say, for AMD. Lovely shoes. One thing they really need is to get their encoding on their GPUs up to par. Again, give AMD time. Give them time. Rome was not built in a day. But I'm glad for competition. You know what I mean? This is the same with the Intel doing their GPUs that hits into the market of like streaming as well. So Intel have done it smart. You know, they're starting to advertise a card that's like, look, it's a lot cheaper, but it does this for streaming for, you know, these sort of things. And that's really, really cool. If AMD could work on that, and if Nvidia could stop being so tight, you know, it'd be dope. Right. I'm looking at Alpha Sync. How much for their pre-made build? 5 grand! Holy shit, man. It looks good though. I just retweeted it, by the way. Intel 9 12 900KS, 32 gigabytes of DDR5, 4 terabyte of SSD, RTX 4090, Windows 11, and in an Alpha Sync. Oh man, that case is gorgeous from Alpha Sync with their brand on it. Oof. Ooh, I like the looking through, man. That's really cool. Right, guys, the GoFundMe has been extended by 5 grand. Daddy needs a new 40 series. Man, that is a really, really nice case. Here's the link if you guys want to see it. I'll put it in chat. Yeah, Dash. Look at that, man. That, like, again, I'm definitely going to be using Alpha Sync when I need to do a full upgrade. And we're talking about case, everything, you know. Because they also do, like, customization and stuff. And this is the group that Sai's sponsored with. I believe she has RL friends in the company. And they're really fucking cool. But I love just the simplicity of it all. I don't like the simple price though. That is insane. But I guess like it's what, like 2 grand for the 40 series alone. 32 gigabytes of DDR5. Does anybody know that? How much that would be on the market right now? I don't know much about DDR5, sadly. I know it's fast, racing fast. 300 at the moment for it? Okay, so it's like what, 2... Anybody know the price of an i9 12900KS? Check out this area first. As time go, yeah, it's the same with all RAM and stuff like that. Obviously, I think it's like what, £200-300 for the 4 terabyte. Maybe about 100 for the case. Depends on what the UK. That is gorgeous though. The 1300s are about to sell. Yeah, it was very expensive for DDR4, yeah. That is nice. First gen tax it sucks. Yeah, I know. I mean, it's always the sort of thing, like, for me, I always try and buy the product if I can, maybe, like, you know what I mean, like 5 or 6 months later or something like that. That way it's a lot easier on the system. Again, I can't wait to arrive at new outposts, on Pyro, new backdrops, all this stuff, you know what I mean? Like, it's one thing I will say for CIG, especially with their new outpost, like, design and how it's going to be completely changed and all these things. You kind of made it where the rest, like, your game right now sucks, you know what I mean? I said this in a tweet last night, I was like, you know, I can't wait for 318. Don't get me wrong, I'm hyped for 318 to a certain degree. I can't wait for salvaging. It's going to be a great mechanic to add into the game, even at tier 0, and all the other things. But no joke, they've ruined Star Citizen for me until I see 4.0. Like the dude who Jared calls Phil Collins, I can't remember his name, who does like the bunker showroom stuff that he was showing off, just has got like the taste buds tantalizing for that kind of gameplay loop. I love the idea where I could be like, yo, Fresh, can you drop me off? I'm going into a bunker. Which bunker? This bunker? Right, yeah. Any chance anybody can pick me up in like an hour and a half or something like that? I fucking love that idea, right? It just sounds bonkers in a game. Can you drop me off? Because guaranteed my ship's going to die on the outside. Can you drop me off? I'm going into fucking Playland for an hour, right? To farm up some loot. Can I get an EVA later on? And I love that idea. I think that's so fucking sick, right? Right, who do we have here? Who lives in a house like this? Oh, hello. It's a fucking... It's a Hornet Ghosty. Alright, Hornet Ghosty. Let's give you Fox Free. On that, so go straight in. Woo! So it's gonna overstep here. Gonna just shoot a wee bit more. Oh, it's got ballistics, chat. We need to bail here. Go like this. Yeah. Oh, ballistics. Not good, not good, not good. We need to get that shields up. We'll be able to do it this way. Fucking ballistics. Whoa. Alright, so we have the ability to kite here. We got a bit of a damage. We're going with the 4 Tommy knockers on this one, lock on that. Let's bring around. Strike. Fox free. He's going to turn off course. I'm going to push through here because he's got bad engine place. Get here. And we're going to push through. Keep that shield down. Lock it down to 1. Fox free. Bring it around. Get my boost up. Striked. Striked. Flare. Spin out. Keeping that circle. Strike. Again, we just gotta make him waste those ballistics. Nothing like shield holes and ballistics at the same time, right? Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. We're gonna change off that. He's still firing, he's still firing. We keep it down here, we're gonna bring him down here. That's it, that's it, this is the plays. He's gonna flare, I'm gonna flare. We're gonna bring into what this thing is good at, which is a side strafe. Let's move and kite. Oh, this is not good actually. That ballistic is really, really fucking hurting. I'm keeping up the wings in this as we move. Yeah, we're gonna have to just go for a fucking cheeky 4-pointer here. That's what I was saying to Beshkan. The Hornet is actually really good, depending on certain situations. But he is overshooting. So we'll do the same sort of thing where we come in here. And it's only a size 4, right? So we got the battle of attrition right now. Where I take more damage than I need to. Just doing passing now. Get my shield back, push in. I gotta be very, very careful here because obviously ballistics are no joke. But we are dealing with, I think, a much lighter one anyway. Yeah, I can't seem to just get that shield down. Go on this. Fox free on that. Yeah. And we're in a bad turn here. Fuck me, like... This is crazy, man. Holy shit. That thing is just literally able to riddle down my shields beforehand. Lucky we've got no main fuselage problems, but the ballistic shots are what's killing me right now. But we are in a good situation. We need to do a turn though here. Push on this hard. Okay, there. It's pretty dope, like. But we do have the speed, the natural speed to disengage, which is good. We need to get everything here as he pushes hard to try and come in. We go this way. Just again. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Right, now we're in a very bad situation here. But we do have the ability to pull away. I don't have any ordnance. We do have speed. Do we risk it, chat? Do we risk it? Hard to tell who's gonna go first in this one. This is a good fight, yeah. Again, it's the ballistics that are killing us the hardest part, right? So he's gonna chunk off that stuff, right? So he's still got missile play. But we still got some gameplay here. Let's bring it into a tighter scenario, right? Good fight, Dad. Good fight. Nose over fuselage, that's for sure. Good fight. That was dope, man. Ballistics, nasty, nasty shit. Like, I think it was the size 4. Because he couldn't use them at range, but when we got close, it was really, really difficult because they were coming out like slow rounds or something like that. It felt like the size 4 ballistic on the top. Because he would only use them when like in certain range. And that fucker hurts, the size 4. Just like dropping off TDL at daycare? Dude, again, our like bunker kind of gameplay loop they were talking about just sounds really, really good. I like it. And make the goddamn org markers green. Oh, you meaning yeah. Yeah, definitely on that. Whew, that was spicy. Again, it's just the ballistics. They were the things that I feared the most, because when you're in a bad turret circle, it's why, like, again, I could go full ballistics with the way I play here, because I could kill somebody with, like, 2 or 3... That's actually, maybe, fresh, right? What we should do is start doing full ballistic build, right? Miniguns. And just fucking... fucking dead, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's still shitty, right? It's very shitty. Saber miniguns is fun? Where can you buy miniguns? Yeah, I'm half tempted, dude, because literally one pass and they're dead, right? Four saber cannon might be good. Get broadswords and just be like blah, 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 blah. That might actually be really dope. No joke. I might try this. Not ballistic cannons, but with laser cannons on Hurston might be the gameplay loop. That could hurt massively. New Babbage? Bastards. I should have maybe done that before. And can I get... Does anybody know if you can still get the guns? What guns are at, Can you get size 3 laser cannons at Orison? Does anybody know if you can still get the FLs there? The annoying thing is I actually have shit at Orison. Kinda wanna try a saber with cannons. We've tried, me and Puppeteer tried the arrow and it was fucking disgusting. But it had flaws in certain areas. But because of it maybe being on a saber platform. Right, I've got an idea here. I'm gonna boom. Where does it show you your knick-knack paddywhack, give the dog a boom? So, Orison. I have an idea. I have an idea if this works. Do I have ships? Vehicles. I got the Super Hornet. No, can I put them all on that? What can I put on? I can put on the... No, I can't put on that. Alright, I know what I'm gonna do. I think I still have these weapons. We're heading to Orson. Because I could remote do it. I could fit them to ships that are at Orison and then teleport them to Grim Hex and then just strip it. We're going shopping, chat. I have an idea. I want to play Pop Pop Pow Saber. Just for memes. And away she goes. Yeah, I'm interested to try this out. Because it was good on the arrow, but I think the extra cannon is what will make it really fucking devastating. But also, I quite fancy trying quad miniguns as well. That would be pretty fucking funny. Or quad shredders, fresh. Quad shredders. Just get up and they're like, oh, beep, beep, beep. You just go, fucking disintegrate them. What's the word on the pub gun bay? We went to see a candidate yesterday that I posted a tweet out about it last night. Really, really good. But obviously, we're still a bit low in the fund me for this. So I put down goals last night to show you what it will cost me just to get to the first sort of stage. So if we can get maybe near the 1,000 mark by maybe the end of tomorrow or something like that, if that's possible, then I would probably reserve a pup and stuff like that. I'll need to see over the weekend how things goes, because a lot of the other ones that I was meant to be looking at or wanting to contact to look at are already completely sold out. So yeah, it's kind of like it's so difficult. But obviously we're at what are we on the fund me for Novi? We're at 721. So we're close. We are close. People are being super generous to help him out. So yeah. That needs to be updated as well. Ooh. Ooh. How was the attitude of the little guy? I saw the free males, and I put like, let me get the picture on Twitter for you guys. Did I post it? I think that's maybe it. Yeah. So this is the, I'll just leave this up here, right? This is the possible candidate for Nova. And he was just the fluffiest one. Like, he just is super soft and fluffy. All of them are, you know, pretty big like him. He looks the biggest, right? But it's just because of the extra floof. He wasn't as weighty as the other two males, but he has really big paws. And the thing with his paws is he liked to basically put it around. Like, so if my hand was like there holding him, the paws would go around just like, don't drop me, I'm a bit scared, the height and stuff, you know? And I kind of feel like with the size of paws, possibility between... I saw the dad, I saw the mum, I saw the stepdad, another mother from another pack, obviously with no thingy bobs, no pups. And this one was definitely the strongest candidate. There were females that caught my eye, but I was like, I don't know if I could do it, you know, with Luna and stuff like that. Another female in. I think that would probably hurt too much. So again, it's a buddy for Nova to have him where he's got somebody to play with, somebody to snuggle with, stuff. The father is 40 kilograms, which is 5 over Nova, and the mother couldn't find out because obviously they've not weighed her recently, and like for notes and stuff, and she's obviously very less weight because she's been feeding 10 puppies, you know what I mean? So yeah, again, this is definitely a strong candidate. I'm gonna have to look into more choices, because obviously with things taken off the market now, like, you know what I mean, I should have made more reach outs, but I didn't want to contact too many people and be like, look, I'm interested, can you hold this? No, I'm not interested. Like, that's the worst thing for a breeder, is when it's okay. Let me know when you finish the ads, dude. I wish I actually would tell me if the ads are finished. That would be a cool thing, right? 1 of 7? Holy shit, that's a lot of... Number here. Zima. Thank you for the ad revenue. It should be short though. If you get 7 ads, it's like what, 2 or 3 minutes or something? Yo, Vinny, dude. Thank you very much, Chief. I appreciate that. And so will Gremlin Bay. Gremlin Bay, make sure you refresh your stream, dude. So you get those no more ads for 30 days, courtesy of Vinny Vega. But I do appreciate if you continue watching the ads as well. It would be totally dope. No, don't type it! Don't type it! I still want to get the 7 minutes or the 7 ads out of it. Also, why did I warp here? This is a weird one. God damn it, Vinny! I appreciate the fucking sub, but I was also about to get ad revenue as well. Ah, god damn it! Where the fuck? Oh, yeah. Easy, no ads? Yeah. But yeah, anyway, what was I saying? I don't even know what I was saying. Can't remember. Got so many things on the mind. Welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, I can't remember what I was saying, dude, to be honest. Can't remember. Holy fuck balls. Yeah, I literally can't remember what we're talking about. Little guy is cute. Yeah, he's absolutely gorgeous. And it seems that everyone is wanting to vote for the name Nyx as well, so... that is cool. It would work with that puppy. Again, if I can see it hitting the 1,000 mark, then I'll go ahead and make arrangements, but I'm scared right now to, but not scared, more sort of like, I always have this feeling I would spend the money or get a loan from somebody, a borrow, whatever you want to call it, friends, family, fucking reach around kind of style. But I know what will happen. I'll use that money and then fucking, I don't know, a tree will fall through my roof or something like that, you know? Just how my life always is. So this is why we're doing the GoFundMe, because it will massively help, but also, yeah. We also have a possible puppy cam. If you see this area here, this is where puppy box would go. If we do, because obviously I'll need to have it in the room. So right now I've got the camera dipped. What do we have here? Andromeda. I have the camera dipped to see if we could have like a puppy cam, and I could put it maybe in the corner over there or something like that. I would need to do something, because I could probably make it like green screen or something. So alright, I think we're 10k away now. And we're still 20? Shit. Where are we at now? 11. What's this? Alright, let's see. Can we do this? Right. Oh shit. I could do on this. Or do we have, what other ships do we have here? Saber Raven. Oh, I've got the Bandit Defender. I can bring on this. Alright, 4 weapons on the Bandit Defender. What do we have available? We got Light Strike Freeze. They would work. We've got... We can put the M5As. We've got only 1 Shredder. I've only got 2 FLs. I got 2 Broadswords. That would have been dope. Oh! Haha. Yeah, boy. This is it, chat. This is gonna be it. Oh, we're gonna put this on the Defender to bring it over. Oh, no. So we're gonna bring the Gats over on the Defender. Right, whilst I save that, let's just check our airspace. Possible. It's a Carrack taking off to Narnia. I think the bounty hunter that was in the Andromeda decided to go other places right now. It's still up there, I think. But it did not pursue down. What other things can carry for... We could do... Oh, we've got 2 Talons. Yeah, we'll do the Talons. They can bring other weapons. Why does it always make that noise when you fucking play with this thing? And this will bring the... Oh no, I need this. Where's that? This needs to bring these. So that, we're gonna bring the M6s. Of the Caterpillar. There we go. Right. Yeah. Let's go. Up and away. Just go straight 90 here. There you go. I've been saving strays here if you ever need a pet for your pet. No, I'm alright. I was looking at like rescues and stuff like that, but all the stuff that the rescue place had is just not really the best suit, I feel, for Nova. I don't want something that will come in and aggravate him even more than the sort of state he's in right now, so yeah. Oh Because obviously his Nova's the most important. As I've said to people on stream, I'm completely fine with just Nova and myself. I actually quite enjoy it, just going out with him. It's him that's showing the signs that he needs a buddy. So his sleeping is weird. He's not like I said at the start of the show, he's not eating his favorite treats. He's very grumpy, he's very moody. Whenever we get back from the walk, he literally lies down on the step, as in to be like waiting for you know who to come. When I came through the door last night, he gave me a good welcoming, but he was also, I think, more like, oh, have you gone to go and get somebody else? Which, I got a phone call when I was traveling from the vet. I have to go and pick up Luna. Obviously, Luna's ashes in the urn. So I'm gonna try and do that this week, and it's like, he's so desperate for somebody to be coming through the door. I still maintain he thinks somebody is coming back through the door, and this is where a pup would be a great distraction for him, because when it gets to 10 weeks, which would be like 3 or 4 weeks from now, snow's going to be coming down. It's going to be able to go out on a walk. It'll be a short walk, so Nova will get his own stuff, but they go like, we'll have the snow to play, snowballs, all that kind of stuff, and I'm hoping it sort of makes Nova into like a more happier mood than he is just now. And he sort of, like, this is gonna sound dreadful, but starts to forget about the one that he's waiting for to return, you know? And it's not that we're just buying, or wanting to buy, I should say, another Husky just to distract Nova. You know what I mean? That sounds awful when you say it that way. It's just more, this is what pack dogs enjoy. They don't, like, a lot of them don't like being on their own. It creates anxiety. It creates destruction. It creates aggression. A lot of dogs require another dog to balance them out. And I was kind of hoping Nova wouldn't be that situation. I was hoping that I would be enough, but it definitely feels like he needs a buddy. You know, not a walking buddy as such, but a buddy around the house. And my mother's dog just can't cut that situation, right? Because, again, yeah. So small. I mean, 12 kilogram, like, beagle versus 35 kilogram husky. He can't go full out and have a good rut, you know, so. Lots of walks with a pup, yeah, but that's a good thing. As I was saying, like, if somebody offered me a 4090 or a puppy, I would take the puppy because I would get way more out of it than just a graphical update. I literally want, like, once we finish this 6 months challenge, I literally want to get down to where I'm maybe only streaming 2 days a week, eventually, and just going to do, like, full-time work somewhere else, you know. I'm kind of at that stage now. I love streaming for you guys, but with what happened with Luna, I don't want to let my life pass away with sitting at video games, if that makes sense. I'm just not in the mood for it anymore. Alright, this is just absolute fuckery, right? I want to go places, especially driving back last night. We drove past a place that I always said I wanted to take Luna and I never did. And it's really, really good. It's great for camping, so it's like, yeah. Definitely with what's happened in the past month, it's changed my perspective of what I actually want to achieve out of my life, and it's not sitting playing Star Citizen every fucking day. I would like to do that twice a week. And then obviously with the guys in the organization at night, but I want to start getting into the situation of making videos for YouTube, walks, hikes, do these reaction videos, you know what I mean? Spending more time building different areas instead of always just being live, you know? That is the plan. 3 days a week or something like that. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and rest of the time just building content and actually doing things with my life, going places. Right, so we need to bring, what was that? the other Banu merchant, Banu defender. So we're gonna bring this.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Thank you.
So we need to wait for that. I need to do my saber here.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
And let's do the 2 talents, and that will bring us all the weapons that we need to try out this meme.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Thank you.
That.
Your insurance claim has been sent. Thank you.
I kind of want to try the cannon build first, purely because I know what will happen. Like if I don't have fresh or something like that, it'll be where a Connie or something like that's gonna come at me. I'm gonna be like, alright, cool, I need to just fucking shoot and then reload, shoot, reload, you know, keep rearming at the place. This is where in the future I'm hoping that people will stop using just their biggest ship by themselves to deal with basics, you know? Holy shit, this lift is so scuffed. Not even gonna lie on this one, fucking hell. I can't even get to the console. There's a wall here, which means it's here, right? There it is, yeah. And then all you see is the bodies up here, eh? Because we fucking switched around the Narnia. This is what Ondo feels. This is like what Ondo feels like. It's Linux. Am I on the right floor? I might not be on the right floor. I'll just tag. I can't remember what it was. No, right. We're on 5, I think. Again, teleporting lifts, man. Could save a huge... It could save a huge amount of fucking hassle, CIG. What the fuck is going on there, man? I wonder when they're gonna take away the ability to get food, water from the medical thing. Alright, let's see if I can get out of this menace. Hey, Anu, how you doing, Chief? How's your week been, dude? Actually, you know what? I can do this now. Quickly swap server. And then we'll fit out... I don't know, what should we do? Right, let's do the coin, actually. Ballistics will be 0 fucks, and 1 fuck will be miniguns. Oh, it's one fuck. Illuminati, one fuck. There we go. There we go. So we're gonna do ballistics. What did I actually say? Did I say ballistics twice? What did I say for the first one? Did I say miniguns for the first one as well? Or did I say cannons? God, I'm so confused now. Did I even give myself the ability to have that? What would you like? What would you guys like to see? Maybe we'll do it that way. Oh yeah, because I said that for knowing my luck, like a Connie is just gonna show up, eh? Yeah, I still need to make a reactions. I don't know if I'll end up doing the reaction that I've got lined up to do today, because I still need to make the reaction screen. So what I'm gonna be doing for the reaction screen is maybe have it where my camera is sort of locked into place or something like that. Maybe try and have it where like the screen will come up on the, you know what I mean? Have it like that and then have chat. So I'll probably put myself in a box like up here, have chat down here in a box, and then have the screen on the other way, you know? And that's where we're gonna go with it. Because I could do it where, like, for example, it's like this screen and then just have chat on here, but I kind of want to have it, like, focused and stuff. And the reason why we need to have chat actually in the screen is because people have context when I'm talking to you guys, that they actually have the ability to read it in the video as well. So finicky just to do this, but I really want to do this. Laser cannons are smart, ballistic, yeah. Again, it's only testing out this method, right? It's only testing this out whilst we don't give a shit, you know what I mean? Because again, I'm very, very interested to see how cannons will perform when everyone's slowed down, right? Like, imagine you can't go over 300 meters a second in a turn fight. Cannon meta actually might come back for those who enjoyed it, and I'm excited for that, right? Obviously it's difficult to base it right now because repeaters are repeaters. They can beam at 1400, you can only shoot at 700. But you know what I mean, in the future, this might be actually a method, if they change how repeaters work as well, you know? Because for me, I would love to be able to use mass drivers again, or something in that line. I don't really like holding the trigger to apply damage. I quite like the showcasing the trick shot. You know, you're dodging, you're taking less damage from repeaters, and you're going bang, bang, and it's fucking gone. But they've made, for some reason, they've made cannons just super weak right now in Star Citizen, where they've got the damage, but they don't have the range, right? Or the velocity speed. And I generally feel, with how cannons are, if they just made, like, the velocity 1,000 meters a second or something like that, it might work, but it's so difficult. But let's give this a shot. This is probably we're gonna be probably back in prison, you know? But somebody has to experiment, chat. Whilst everyone's trying to find helmets that I literally found in 30 minutes with zero effort, let's continue on with some Weapons Playground gameplay. Weapons gameplay. You know what I would love if CIG could hook me up with? Is the ability to spawn in a location. Spawn in a location with the ability to change out any weapons with a couple of test dummies, please, CIG. I'll do it. I'll literally fucking sit here live, spawn myself into like different locations like Hearst and anything, all weapons, all ships, and I'll give them live data on just testing things out, you know? I would be totally down for that stuff because I literally have nothing else to do right now apart from experiment. It'd be just so much easier if I could actually spawn and stuff. You need a Kraken? No, I literally just want to be able to fucking queue up the game, spawn some NPCs to try out stuff, or have it where like me and Fresh fight each other and we have the ability to just spawn, you know what I mean? Even if a CIG employee is allowed to do something like that, like it would be cool to be like, yo, Yogi, spawn the stuff for me and Fresh continuously at this location. We'll put a carrack down for medbay, and all he needs to do is just keep spawning the ships, right? And we'll just go toe to toe with each other and test out things. Be literally doing his work in the office and having like a laptop that's on the server and just be like, yeah, Yogi, we need 2 sabers and each with 4 mass drivers, you know? There we go. Right, whilst we're cruising, I'm gonna quickly go and check on Novi and get a jumper. I'm a bit cold today. Ah, that's better. Ooh. Chilly fucking day today, chat. Chilly day. Let's get this, like... The world is mine. Hey, Cinema. How you doing today, Chief? The world is mine. Nova's had his chew, so I'm happy with that. That definitely takes a huge amount of stress off. Nice, good to hear. The world is mine. World is mine. Ooh. What's the plan? We're testing out weapons today, just something to do. And yeah, just chilling out, hanging out. I was gonna do reactions today, but I'm not really in the mood now. And I know we'll get around to it, so I kind of want to build an actual reaction thing before we do it. And the annoying thing is, though, like, I've always been this kind of case where, like, if you don't do reactions straight away, or like a couple of days later, it's just not worth doing, you know what I mean? It's not raw. It's, Let's try different styles. But yeah, that's pretty much it, dude. To get some food. Tired. Good old Hurston. No rocks. What have you been up to though, Chief? Oh, no. Look at this, just so I have to... Just in case I need to go elsewhere. Yeah, we'll try 2 different fire modes in this, see what happens. I'm not sure I would be able to deal with a sweat, because obviously I don't have the ability to shoot at range, but we'll see how it goes. Cannons look like repeaters? Yeah, because CIG for some reason changed cannons. Instead of just making it where repeaters could beam and do damage, and cannons have the same range, just big damage, low rate of fire, CIG wanted to make it where cannons had less speed and less damage and then faster rate of fire. They don't really feel like cannons, or it's like cannon repeaters, and no joke, I find cannon repeaters very, very boring in a video game like this. You want it just where you've got, you know, close range guns and long range guns. Don't make it so technical, you know. Way more like, what's the word? Balancing that you have to do all the time. I don't know. CIG thought it was a good idea to add loads of weapons, and personally I just, you know what I mean, like all we needed was miniguns, repeaters. So miniguns and laser repeaters, and then laser cannons and ballistic cannons, and that's it. Then they could have added in laser beams whatnot, but then they started going crazy with the shotguns and all that stuff. It doesn't work in these type of games. It's just best to have a simple compound that works, you know? And then just adjust around damage. And that's it, just a basic stat of changing damage and rate of fire. No ranges, no speed changes. Again, this is where CIG could have just done it super simple. Cannons, just make them where they have 5 shots and a big reload time. Make it where repeaters have their shots and, you know, less damage. There you go. Boom, fucking sorted. Heavy hitters, and if you're not good at aiming, and a lot of people were like, oh, it's so bad when I get killed by a player in like 3 or 4 shots, and it's like, yeah, you're going up against a player that plays this game all the time. It wouldn't matter the fucking weapons, you're still going to lose against that player. But everyone's like, oh, I need to have a fair advantage, or a fair shot at it. It's like, no, just go and fucking play the game and actually get better at it. There's your fair advantage, or fair play. Somebody puts hours of time in to hone their skills and you think you should have a fair advantage to fucking be able to murk them? And that's where all this fixed assist and aim assist and flight assist all comes from. Constantly people just wanting to be able to go toe to toe with a fucking, like, high level player, you know? And it's just so bad for video games. Again, this is where, like, I do feel like the Star Citizen community are special snowflakes in certain areas. Very, very soft. Got to always be competitive, even though they were never picked for, like, PE class and stuff like that, you know? Last to be picked, not wanting to be picked. That's cool, you know? Go and do something else, like, something smart. Use your brain that way. Like me, I don't join a fucking esport championship just because I think I can fucking beat an esport player. You know? It's the same sort of vibe I get. Doesn't matter, it's not a PvP game. It pretty much isn't a PvP game, Charlo, right? It's got PvP elements. But if you actually think about it, how many people are actually gonna do PvP if, like, NPCs were worth killing and fun to kill and stuff like that? You know what I mean? I would spend more time doing PvE if it was actually rewarding and fun to play and stuff like that. The only thing that, like, again, this is where, like, EVE Online, right? You look at EVE Online. What was fun about PvP? It was just taking people's shit, right? That was it. But if you got into a situation where, you know, you spent more time making money from PvE than PvP. PvP was just there, basically, right? I have no idea how this is gonna go. Holy shit, panic on the dance floor. But you better not skill the groove. DJ, gotta burn your sound down downside now. Oh yeah, dude. This is definitely not something you want to fucking go up toe to toe with, right? Woo! Ponte establa, señorita. Okay, now. That is murking damage. Good fight, dude. I know you're just stuck, but I need testers. Fucking saber clapper. I'm gonna change the stagger just to up the sort of slug match. I'm not really good since the new flight model has come. Again, I don't even practice PvP like I used to do. 3.8 was the last time I actually gave a shit about PvP, sadly. Gladius Saber Mass Driver. It was so much fun. You could play with the Saber, you could play with the Gladius, they could go toe to toe with each other. The arrow was whatever, the arrow. Mass drivers. All these little whiny fucking bitches on Spectrum ruined it for us. Ruined it. Ruined. Hopefully it'll come back though. I think with like slow speeds, cannons will come back, and I hope CIG maybe like does something with mass drivers where they do a bit more damage or something, but we'll see. It's also possible there's an entity 24 out there, but I think it may have warped already. No, there it is. It's 13 up, 14. It's sneaking around me, chat. Sneaking around me. What are we dealing with? There's a 300i. Alright, okay. We'll approach. Come in. Let's see if we can do this in a one load. So we're approaching now. We're coming into the inbound. Let's see if I push here. Oh, the freak out has happened. Right, okay. It thinks it's going to outrun the fucking Saber, but alright. It's also doing some circular shit, which I don't know what it's about. Here we go, look at this. Who fucking taught somebody to do all these fucking ailerons, like? Yeah, spin now, eh? Have a spin now. Look at that, spinny, spinny, spinny. Oh, oh. Fucking annoyance, like. Let's change this system here. I don't think it's like, I think it's more the ship doing it now. There we go, yeah. Crazy. I wasn't actually even sure if it was the game or if it was the player at that point. It just felt like they were just spinning around for no reason. Not even trying to fucking... Like, I mean, seriously, who taught somebody that this is going to fucking save you, right? Because that was what they were doing at the beginning. It's like, oh shit, I'm getting shot. This is how I see it in Top Gun. This totally works. No, you're actually still flying on a horizontal plane, just to tell you that. It's just the fucking game is so shit at calculating where your pip is that it actually works. Oh, new system win. Movies, I know. Interesting. I'm gonna prioritize more now on closing the gap before even shooting. I was just testing to see if like long range could actually work. Like 1400. It works to a certain degree, but missing a lot of shots, so it's better to just use the Saber's ability to close the gap and get in. I think Prospector combat would be good training for the Vulture. Why would you be using the Vulture for combat? That's like completely out of its category. Like obviously it should be around combat, but not actually in combat. Also, we don't know what the mechanics like for salvaging. It might not even require as much effort as mining does. We don't know. Hey, Mortar, how you doing, Chief? Yeah, but what if 99% is a PvP zone? Well, again, like, Charlo, you've got to remember, CIG are not just gonna make where PvP... Like, if anybody actually does PvP, there's only two methods of actually doing PvP effectively. Bounty hunting, and if there's like a war zone in area. Let's say the war zone is like Jump Town. That brings PvPers together, right? So how does CIG counter this for the future? They just make it where some solar systems have locations of wealth where people put down their own outposts and organizations fight over it, like in what's it called? EVE Online. And it's where eventually down the line places like Stanton won't have much PvP at all in them because people will be wanting to go and do it and stuff. You have to travel around, and I think CIG will probably do the same sort of thing. Hey, Sub-Zero, how you doing, Chief? There is loads to consider. We'll see how it goes though. But I still maintain that this game is pretty much a PvE game. Because unless CIG actually implement war zone sort of areas for players to go and fight, it will always just be what we do right now, and it's a very, very low scale on the game, right? There's more miners, traders, soon salvagers, bunker runners, NPC farmers than there is PvPers in this game. Let's be honest. The majority that make up Arena Commander are very small in comparison to the numbers of this game. So CIG will never prioritize PvP in Star Citizen. Never. Because of this mentality. Or the way it is, right? Maybe not so much mentality. They'll do things to make it better, but they won't put effort into it because it just isn't a big thing. So what do they do for PvPers like me? Just make it where there's places where I can attack players' outposts in a different solar system away from the main game, and they call it No Man's Land 0-0 like an EVE Online. It's got a bit of wealth to it, you get all the good stuff in that area, the fighting happens, boom bada bing, everyone's happy then. And what you do is you, like for somebody like me who has a smaller organization that likes killing, we camp in between the two areas. So we kill the players leaving that area and we kill the players going to that area. And there you have your pirate lanes. Again, EVE Online just does it so well compared to any other game. And all CIG has to just copy is that formula. And funny enough, if they actually copy that formula, they'll also pull a lot of EVE players away from EVE who want to play Star Citizen and just don't think it will ever offer them the same sort of experiences. So you have your PvE area, your friendly no shoot at each other's zones because NPCs are maybe a bit more strict out there, and then you have your lawless Wild Wild West areas and everyone's happy. The lanes in between occupy smaller groups and they fight smaller groups, and the big fucking chest beating orgs fight it out in 0-0, whatever you want to do, and everyone is peachy happy at that stage. But until they do that, sadly, Star Citizen is just a PvE game with PvP elements. That's it. Because I've had 2 players turn up to this location and they're not hunting my bounty. They're literally just looking for fucking helmets or doing NPC box missions. That's the mentality of the game right now. Nobody gives a fuck about PvP. Only the chest-beating egomaniac sweats care about it. And to be honest, like, even they will soon stop caring as the years go by. But again, I'm pretty sure CIG know the formula they want to do. It's just a matter of waiting for it. But yeah, we're in the Saber today. We're actually cannon build to try and see how it goes. I don't think it'll be very good against a blade. Oh, and the comm's gone down. Of course. There we go. I didn't even notice when it went down. So let's update there. That's a Hurston Lorville marker, that one at 64. However, it is getting a little bit closer. It was. Yeah, it's pretty much just hovering there. Keep doing the F1. If you F1 when comms are down, it puts your marker where you're located at. It just updates it because, well, bad system, yeah. In DCS, they improved flight dynamics and wake turbulence off the plane in front of you, tosses your ship around a bit. Awesome. DCS is a different ballgame though, Astro, because every ship has its own flight model. That's the difference between Star Citizen and DCS World. They have the basics of physics within the actual game and certain elements of what the planes can do and the helicopters, but every single plane, it has a tweaked flight model for its own purposes to try and give it as realistic as possible, because again, that's the big fundamental thing with DCS is DCS ain't fair. If it's probably why they'll never sell a legit F-22, because the moment you add an F-20, a legit F-22, it'll shit on F-16s, 14s, you know, Eagles, all that stuff. Because that was what it was designed to do, you know? Star Citizen has to sort of bring a certain degree of balance, because if it was realistic and unfair, like real life, you know what I mean? When people complain about meta, you know what I mean? There's a meta in real life. And it is literally that kind of stuff. Right, we actually have an approacher, which is interesting. So, detection is picked up 17 kilometers away. It's pushing here, so by the time we cross about 5 kilometers, we'll get a target on that. It's the Cutlass Black. We're gonna go in this time. You know what? And we're gonna get missiles on us, so missiles inbound, cross-section. We'll flare off. I'm also gonna open up with a little bit of a juice on this one, just to give it a wee damage on the old engines here. Fox free on that. We're gonna push now, because it's trying to do the Runski, I think. Possible. Whew. That's a spicy amount of fucking damage, right? Holy mother of gypsy danger. Said that. You ain't fucking running away from that. Obviously you can if you get a wee bit of range, but very difficult when you've got a Saber that literally can outrun pretty much every ship in atmosphere on this location. Stop there. Hate no comrade down. I like it when I'm doing like stuff where I can't be seen. It's just I still maintain that comrade should come up automatically after a period of time. Like the reboot basically. I hate how they just stay down permanently. There we go. Well, I'm trying them out on, like, we're just doing some testing just now, Astral. They seem to be working really nice. Like, they clap, they do a shit ton of fucking damage, but they're useless in space, right? Cannons are useless in space, full stop. You want to actually use them effectively, you gotta go to a hard atmosphere, sadly. And this is where I'm kind of hoping with the new flight model changes in 4.0, this maybe, and I say maybe because anyone who is actually a true cannon lover like me, it might not come back, but there's a good chance it might be, you know? It would be Motar, right? However, there's something that I really wanted to add in, or I want CIG to add in. So, for example, like here, right? We know that hard armistice on an outpost like this is going to go away, where there is an armistice, but you're going to be able to be shot at, so people get crimes at, right? It would be amazing if there was a satellite dish here that you could disable by hacking it, and it brings down the comm ray within 100 kilometers of your location, right? You then put... We've seen that they're building big structures, right? So if CIG then build an HQ on a planet on a moon that relays all the information from the small outpost relays to a central hub, and that can be taken down by a bigger group that then takes down all outposts. Then you put an even bigger satellite orbiting, so the comm ray that orbits is huge. And that requires an org to take it down, which then takes down, obviously, you know, the full grid, basically. And this way you could have small, comms disabled gameplay, medium group size disabling, and then a large party to go in, fight NPCs, lots of turrets, and bring down the full comm ray. And I would love for CIG to do this method, because they can just change the comm ray downing missions to like go into a bunker or something like that to disable that local area for it. But it'd be so dope to have small groups able to take down the outpost that they're at, which is like 100 kilometers, then make it where the central HQ relays it to all the other outposts, and for the information to go across grids. So say for example, the only ability to pass this information on or stop this information going from the main comm ray to like say the celestial object and relay to UEE, you would have to take the main comm ray down, right? So they're gonna know that you've taken the comm ray down at this outpost, but obviously you don't get a crime stat whilst during it because it's down, right? It can't relay to the HQ. The HQ is still relaying the information, but if you take the HQ down, that means that only the information from the HQ goes to the comm ray, right? That kind of stuff, or it's taken out of whack. So the whole grid of the planet or the moon goes down, but obviously because the comm ray is still intact, it's still sending out information like shit is happening on this location, but we don't know what the fuck is going on. So come see what's going on. Bring back the HQ because we've lost connection to it. And if you cut the comm ray, it then travels to wherever the comm ray would bounce off, right? Because right now the comm rays are like full solar system, which I hate the idea. It should bounce off comm rays a short distance, so you can cut the chain and basically make it where like certain information that goes on in this area is undetectable until you get somebody to play the detective work that they were showing in Star Citizen for that nonsense, playing Batman, and bring the relays back on order in that method. But also make it where it reboots over time. You know, it can make it where like within 5 hours it all boots up itself again, you know? But this would be solid gameplay where you could play Black Ops where for 2-3 people you can bring down an outpost and you get a blanketing time, or if you've got a bigger group you take down the actual central HQ, and then if you've got an even bigger group that can deploy people to go and do it, you shut down the full comm ray. I think I would rather see it gadget ship part related, like a wide array jamming kit. Again, I'm more looking at it that it forces people to get out their ships, right? Because you would always have somebody that would just play the jamming role. You saw in EVE Online and stuff. A-Game did, Hiding did. And, yeah, you know. I think this would be solid gameplay, and it definitely, I've said this idea before, and because of the developer showing off those big 60-minute bunker facilities, you can easily then make an HQ area on a planet and a moon. So you have your small outpost with a relay that go to the HQ relays to a bigger structure in space that requires more people to take it down. Not just one person that can sneak in. It's so shit. The gameplay loop is dreadful. But this would definitely make it more challenging for people to do so. But it also doesn't force you to be like, oh, you know what I mean, I'm gonna lose my ship. You would land on this location, walk across to the relay, turn it off, go back to your ship, and then land at the stuff, you know? The comm ray that we have right now just generally doesn't work unless you got like 2 people. Which kind of sucks. Because 2 people can literally bring down a planet's comm ray system. Like, talk about fucking poorly defended Stanton comm rays if 2 people can knock it out, or 1 person, you know? Oh, place the gadget. Yeah, then totally, yeah. Long as you have to get out of the vehicle. I thought you meant like where you had like instead of a weapon on your ship, it was like an ECM jamming or something like that. That's what I thought. Yeah, if you gotta get out and place a mining gadget, oh damn right, dude. And it's got a time limit, right? If somebody rips off the patch, right? It rips off the item, everything goes back up, but it's got like a battery, right? Yeah, battery. Yeah, that's fucking great. So you got people going in and they need a bigger device or more devices to fucking shut down bigger complexes, but then somebody can just rip off the band-aid or shoot it and it reboots the system all of them. So you don't have to hack, all you have to do is place a module to basically EMP or ECM, whatever you want to call it, drain out the facility, you know? Well, obviously they need rework and stuff like that. If that's the case, Astro, I've never used them personally. I know that they're good explosives, but this would be a great gameplay loop if CIG were to do this. It means that small groups can do shutting down the comm rays without it shutting down the whole planet, which is like what we have right now. One person's gone, literally turned down the comm ray, and then it won't reboot by itself. And I like Motor's idea of where you've got a limited resource to do. Jesus Christ, man, is this... These people coming back in the same goddamn shit. Like, what the fuck, man? Fox free out on that? It's doing the same shit, man. He's just constantly spinning again. Look at it! It's constantly spinning! Who fucking taught somebody this method? Spin! I need to spin! No, you're not escaping. You're versing a fucking saber, dude. You had 5 kilometers to warp away, but you decided to spend 5 kilometers spinning around, throwing off your location. What the fuck? Who the hell taught these people to do this shit, man? What organization is responsible for this garbage? Dragging, causing so much drag by doing this method. Even if you were barrel rolling, you're causing drag because of it. So you're slowing yourself down from escaping. And then, because you're flapping around with that shit, you're spending so much more time instead of just warping away. Fucking bonkers, like. Same dude as well, like. Same tactic. You would think after the first time it failed, you would stop doing your shit, right? Didn't even fire the guns. He's not got the time to fire the guns, dude. He's dead. He's in a 300 die. Like, literally, you don't fight you don't bring a fucking BMW to fight a tank, right? Same sort of situation. Fucking crazy though. I would love to know what muppet has told people to fly like this. Or who were they fighting that allowed them to get away with that situation, you know? And as a side loop, you locate the jammer by localizing it, kind of like an NDB. Yeah. Yeah. Again, lots of gameplay there, Motor. For very simple methods. They've already got mining into the game. Just make it where each location has a satellite. All you have to do is just add it into the algorithm of the outpost, where it always has a satellite that you can shut down the comm ray, 100-kilometer range of it. Make a central place for 4.0 with these new outpost buildings. Just make it where you have to get to the very top inside the location to be able to shut the array down. You know, maybe they have it where there's huge amount of AA that protects it, so you have to literally go through the facility as a mini game to bring it down, and then make it where it's even worse in space. Adding in that element of using the EVA stuff, you know? It'd be sick, man. I would love that kind of gameplay loop. That's why I'm excited for the new outpost thing. Because like I said, I basically go, yo, Fresh, you busy? It's like, nah, I've got like 5 minutes. Like, dude, can you just hot drop me onto this location? I'm gonna go in. So I go in with my guns, I go with my backpack, and I go looting for an hour, and they're like, is there anyone available to pick me up? I'm 1k away from the facility already, you know? You go in with food and water, and you literally spend an hour in this place, you know? But you need to have people drop you off, because obviously if I left a ship on the surface for a fucking hour, somebody just kills it, you know? Alright, KLB, have fun, dude. Take care, dude. If I don't see you over the weekend, have a good one. Definitely cannons clap. They really clap. I would like to see what the minigun is going to be like. That's going to be a lot of damage. Might even see what ballistic cannons do, but... Again, this is where, like, the moment we get 4.0, I really, really hope CIG can snowball their ideas. Because, no joke, the idea of the detective missions, for me, was just, like, such a waste of time, right? Like, the funny thing is, those missions that you get in other games like that are for fucking filler missions. And I personally feel that CIG should be massively working on all the time on their prison gameplay, making it where you can prison raid, up the what is interacted with the bounty hunting missions and the trading missions, and that's it, right? We don't need Batman gameplay loop. You know, I've never heard somebody say, you know what, I want to do more investigation missions. People do them, yeah. We've got a few of them in the game. But nobody goes, this is what I want to do every single day, is discover with my Batman radar fucking system, you know? Please just, instead of wasting resources and time, just fix the missions that you have. And the game will be amazing at that stage. They sound not really funny, by the way? What do you mean? They sound not really funny. What do you mean? So in Atmos, are you favoring Canada? Again, just test it out, Motar. Like, the biggest thing is, the Saber is only good in certain locations. So, Hurston, ArcCorp, Microtech. And a moon off Microtech called Lopi. Because it's very hard atmosphere, it's not light. So you can use weapons like cannons, and you can use ships like the Hornet and the Saber. They work to a certain degree. Because some of these ships are actually faster than arrows and stuff like that. You know? Yeah, they just sound dull, Cinema. You know what I mean? Like, it's something that you would do, like, for a filler mission, and I just don't think we're ready at the stage to have filler missions, because the main missions in this game are just not fun anyway. They're very unathletic. And when I say athletic, it doesn't mean by, like, having lots to do to running around places. It's just unathletic for your mind. You do it and you just dribble over the keyboard. I know some people will struggle with stuff like that, but when I do one mission and I don't know what it's like, the moment I've done it, I memorize it, and then every other time it just gets duller and duller and duller because I get better at it. And when people say, oh man, the missions in Star Citizen are really engaging, it's like, fuck me, you know? There's nothing engaging about them. How dare you talk bad about box delivery missions? They actually might be the only missions that currently work to what their extent do. How you doing, Taco? You know what I mean? Like, instead of doing detective missions, which sound filler to me, work on bounty hunting, especially as these guys, Luke Presley and the younger guy, are working on prison gameplay for 318. Just incorporate more on it afterwards. Don't do any more of these archetype nonsense things. Just literally make it where you can fully prison raid the prison. Make it where bounty hunting works, and it's not got god eyes and stuff like that, and all that stuff. And it would be dope, man, you know? How'd you see the changes in speed? I think they're really good, dude. They make sense, Wilfor, right? The thing is, a lot of people are freaking out about it because they're not sure what will happen. I can literally show you what happens right now, right? So, this is the new flight model, right? Hurston atmosphere is your prime example of what it's going to feel like. I can only go up to like 300 meters a second. Let's actually lock it down to where I can only do like 300, right? So, there we go. We're doing 300. So this is what it's going to feel like, but it might feel a lot more faster to get to 300 than it does right now, because they're changing forward and stuff SEM speeds. But it's very hard to move around, and you know what I mean, you actually have to gain some flight speed, gain some energy before you actually incorporate some turns. So all it does is, whilst we're in this mode, we can't go fast. However, they've said that you will be able to afterburner to get up to speed. But when you're in this speed, your capacitor system shuts down. So I'll be able to do 500, 600, but until I slow right down, and I'll naturally slow back down, then it starts to regen. You know what I mean? So whilst we can go fast, and we'll then regen our afterburner, and it goes down, it drains, and it doesn't regen, and then we have to come back. So as you can see here, this is exactly how it will play out. Now, if you want to go to super fast speed, you're going to have to go into the QCM, and in that situation you can't afterburner, and your shields will start to degrade, and all that stuff, right? So when people are like, oh, I'm gonna be instantly dead. No, I have full 100% shields and I do this, right? Where I go using my afterburner to pull away from somebody shooting at me, and whilst this happens, I engage QCM mode. I can't afterburner, my shields start to go down and I'm going up to 1,000 meters a second, and now I'm going to warp away because I actually had to spend a bit of time to disengage, because nobody wants the game to be where you can't disengage from a fight, right? PvPers and sensible PvPers, not monkey brains, not the sweats in Arena Commander, want it where you're just literally fucked and you're trapped with them. For me as a PvPer, if you are smart and you disengage, so you come in guns blazing and then you're like, shit, I've lost my fight, right now you can just go, I'm disengaging, goodbye, see you later. That's all I don't want, that's all I want stopped. I want it where you have to be like, oh shit, I've made a mistake, I don't have the energy to get out of this fight, I'm gonna have to play some serious fucking games to get this person off me and hopefully escape. So when you come guns blazing, you have to be like, right, I'm not confident in this, now I need to use my resources to actually get out of here. Not go, oh yeah, I'll do one more circle, you know? This'll be easy, I'll just do one more circle. Alright, I'm not winning. Time for me to 2,000 meters away from the target. Woo! Tricord! Yay! So again, this is what happens in space. I'm not talking about Hurston. Hurston literally shows you what it's like to be in the new combat system, even in space. Because it roughly plays around the same sort of level of speeds that you will achieve. You know? Your afterburner is not going to carry you up to 1,000 meters a second and then you go into QEM. It'll probably take you, like, afterburner will go over SEM maybe by like you know, like say SEM is 300, it might bring you to 500, you know? So all these people crying about racing as well are over crying because, again, they just don't fucking listen to any developer or listen to the system. Whenever you go over the speeds, your capacitors disable. They never said you're not going to be able to go over 300 meters a second. They literally said your capacitor system will disable, which means I can still go fast with afterburner, turn, afterburner, but the thing is, whilst I'm over a certain threshold of SEM, so I'm in the red right now, and again, if you don't know what SEM is, we have a fucking white and red bars, so when you're over into the red, your capacitor systems just will disable in this new system. It means that you can still use all your afterburners, still have your shields up, dodge as much as you can, it's just you can't regen. And that's all anyone like me wants it, where you can't run, shoot, regen your shields, and fucking spam missiles whilst flying backwards at the same speed as it takes me to go forwards, and you're using half the resources. That's all anyone should care about. You know what I mean? That you just can't instantly have everything at your facility to disengage with, and that's all this flight model takes away. People are freaking out for no reason. PvPers are freaking out thinking they're gonna have an all-you-can-fuck buffet, and you're not. Nothing changes, just the time it takes you to change your idea of, I'm engaged, shit, I can't instantly disengage and run, I have to now play a little bit more time to get away. And again, Hurston Atmosphere teaches you that you can't run. You can't run, you have to actually outsmart somebody and outfly and stuff. Hey Heavy Bob, how you doing, dude? Hey Useless as well, welcome in. Dude, I heard that you couldn't raid me the other day there, I'm sorry dude, I had some fucked up settings. So obviously they've updated the raid settings that you can put down. I had it where everything was ticked and I didn't realize that unless you're a partner and stuff like that, you couldn't raid and shit and stuff, you know. Hurt my... Yeah, I'm so sorry, dude. Like, I literally said when, I think it was, Whiff-Waff came in to tell me about it, I checked my settings and I was like, right, so that's probably why nobody's been raiding me for like a week, because of the settings I had. So, yeah. So I appreciate the attempt, but I'm also, thank you to, like, I think it was Whiff-Waff who might be one of your moderators telling me about it. Racing in SEM is still racing, it's just different stuff. Again, racing can be this. There's threads where they're like, oh, you've just killed racing. When you're racing, how often are you fucking going round corners at 600-700 meters a second whilst holding afterburner? Anytime I'm doing the snake pit, I'm no more than 300-400 meters a second. You could still fucking do that. It just means you can't regen your afterburner until you come out of SEM, or into SEM, which just ups the challenge of it. So if you're somebody that fucking races and you're complaining about challenge, you're not a fucking racer. You're just a dildo Baggins fucking cruising around a shack fucking jerking off to yourself that you've got a good fucking fast time with nobody else competing beside you. It's one person on a fucking track taking a time. Whoop-de-fucking-do. I literally smashed fucking people's times in an arrow by 4 fucking seconds. They're all flying around in fucking racers and shit like that, and I beat them in an arrow. I didn't upload the time. We got the fucking stats somewhere on a VOD, you know what I mean? And people were watching me do it. I flew around the track 50 fucking times or 47 times without crashing. These fucking numpties are complaining about the SEM changes. You're fucking shit racers, that's all you are. And again, it's just fucking egos tripping off in this game. And it's so boring. Play the game or fuck off. Simple as that. Let the devs just build the goddamn game without you fucking backseat developing all the time. Or here's another reality check. Go and do a course in building a game. Build your own fucking racetrack to how you want to race, and you race by yourself, getting the best time and jerking off to the fucking screen about it. I'm so done with fucking Star Citizen backers and their unathletic fucking mental states. Go and ride a fucking white pony and put a fucking ice cream cone on its head. Pretend you're fucking prancing around on a unicorn. Sir, suits the mentality. Fucking princesses, everyone, man. How's your day been? Not bad, I'm tired. I did like a 7-hour drive yesterday and stuff like that. But Spectrum's just full of candy floss players, man. Not willing to even wait to see how it works out, and that the developers are spending their fucking time trying to make it fun and engaging game for us, you know? You just published it. Ah, nice, dude. Nice. I think it was a money exploit or a fucking space thing. Yo! Fucking tackle, dude. You don't need to drop 1,000 bits. I'll rent for free, man. But I appreciate that, dude. Again, people just need to relax. This is dear Ranto. Appreciate that, dude. People just need to relax, see how it goes. It all makes sense if you actually listen to the developers and you stop overthinking it in your heads. Nothing changes, just you have to snaps a little bit faster, that's it. Yeah, normally my rants come out when I'm tired, you know. It's not a money exploit, but kind of makes CIG, well, loopholes are loopholes, right? We always get them in games. Why is this not regenerating to full? There we go. Sometimes I try to do some constructive comment and observation. People were yeah, dude, it's why I don't bother going to Spectrum, Wilfer, you know what I mean, dude? It just annoys me that we have 6 to 9 months to wait for this technology and already people are like, this is going to kill the game. It's like, you have no idea. You have no idea. You know what I mean? Nobody knows if it will kill the game or not. It's a good choice because the current system sucks. And the only reason people are crying about it is they probably use the, oh my god, I'm failing. Let me get to Narnia speed, wiggle wiggle. I can't PvP anymore because I'm not a special boy, you know? People are just so reluctant on adapting on things. It's sad, man. And this is why humans struggle. Because we're so bound by our brains, lock us down, make us fail before we even fail. People are so worried to fail that they fail before they fail. I can't stand it, man. It just shows how weak humans are mentally. Build amazing things, amazing technologies, but you can't get past your own fucking egos. This is why I have the unlocked eco. I'm always fucking winning, no matter what I do. Especially when I masturbate. I'm always winning. There's no fucking failing. I like when Starfield was announced, Star Citizen Killer. I know, people say that shit. It's like, you know, they bring out another MMO and they're like, oh my god, this is the WoW killer, like New World or something like that. 6 months later, nope, back to World of Warcraft, you know? Yeah, exactly, dude. But the thing is, Yoseless, I would imagine, hopefully, or I'm gonna have a rant at you, you're in the same sort of mentality as me, that PvP should be a choice, that if you commit to a fight, you have a certain amount of time before you can win the fight or lose a fight. You should not be able to start the fight, and the moment you lose, disengage and run away for the fairylands, right? There should be a choice in the matter where you have to start outsmarting people and stuff like that. And that's the only thing I hate about PvP right now, is that somebody can come and shoot at me, and the moment I show any signs of outsmarting them, they either warp away or they die. Or they Alt F4. And that's all I care about. I don't care about, you know, time to kill, all these things. I don't care about how sweaty it can be. All I care about is somebody has a chance to engage, but doesn't have the instant I can get away button. Not impossible, but difficult. Yes, exactly. Like, it should be easy to get into Star Citizen, you know, and hard to master, sort of thing. But when you start going like this, it shouldn't be, nah, I'm fucking out of here. Right, I'm already 5-6 kilometers away in space before the person can react, you know? And that's where the term jousting comes into it. I always want somebody to have the ability to escape. It just will determine their intelligence how fast they do it, and not I can easily do it, right? It's an alpha game. I hope they change 100 times the flight. No, dude. No. Because the flight model holds back Squadron 42, and we want Squadron 42 out within the next 3 years, Wilfer. No. No. What you want them to do is tweak the flight model. So this is the big thing that obviously annoys me when people talk about the flight model, is the flight model hasn't changed since 3.10. It's only been tweaked. This new flight model is a complete redo of the system to incorporate control surfaces, atmospheric effects, and how engines actually work in the game. After that, 1,000 tweaks to the flight would be fine, but let's not ask for 1,000 flight models, because a flight model is how your engines, how your ship behaves in the game, not thrusters and like maybe a ship is a little bit too fast or something like that. That would be a flight change to certain ships. Squadron 2042, which is the year of release? No, we don't want that. Again, I'm pretty sure I'm not getting any bounties because there's no comram. That's what you tried to say. Alright, okay. I want this to be the last flight model that CIG does, so it can be a gold standard and we can get somewhere with this game. Because we can't balance weapons, we can't balance shields, we can't balance ships until there's an actual model that works. And right now, the models do not work for what they're trying to achieve in Star Citizen. It works in certain locations, like I said, hard atmosphere, like where I'm at just now, where it makes sense, right? I'm able to cruise around, shoot my weapons, but if I want to go fast, I can't really go fast because I'm governed by atmosphere. So if I want to go faster, I have to go out of atmosphere and roly-poly away. That's fine. But when you're on a moon that lets you go up to maximum speed, it breaks the game. Because again, people just disengage and go to Narnia. So 4.0 fight model, they said they're not changing it. It's going to be the master modes, because they're putting in the master guide of the system, which allows you to have all the ships in the same system, missiles in the same system, all that jazz, and they'll just do tweaks over time. If they spot a ship too OP, they'll balance it out in its flight style, its flight engines, or its percentages and stuff like that, incoming now. and then hopefully it'll be here to stay, because I really want them to get down once they've got the flight sorted, balance out shields, balance out weapons, and we'll actually get somewhere in this game. We might see the release of Squadron 42, which then ups the ability of Star Citizen, right? People quickly realize how fucked they can be and try to run. Yeah, they run very, very fast. That's all this flight model changes, that's it. And just the behavior of how ships are, right? So we've got a fucking Hercules coming after us, maybe. I'm gonna drag it over here because, no joke, I can't be bothered shooting at a Hercules. But if it is a bounty onto Hercules, then we'll engage. But I'm bringing it down anyway. And it doesn't look like it is. So we'll just let Cyber Troubadour, I think it is. Troubadour? Cyber Troubadour. To just go in, get the shit, and get out. Because I can't be bothered shooting it. They're gonna hate trying to run from a PvPer who's learned to merge at 900. Well, you've also got to remember, Yosas, when you go over your SCM speed. So right now, I was showcasing this to people. Right now, let's say my top SCM in 4.0 on the Saber is 321. Now I can afterburner over that speed in the new changes, but whilst I'm doing this, I can't regen my boost. So I can use my boost to get up to 600 to get away, but then the moment I let go, I come back down to SCM speed, and this is the only when I get to the SCM speed would my thing regen, right? So you still have the ability to disengage, and when you go over this speed, obviously your shields will start to deteriorate and your weapons will deteriorate. So people still have the ability to disengage and go fast, but your shields start to suffer, your weapons start to suffer, and when you come out of it, you've got to quickly power management to get everything back up into gear, and this allows you then to have maybe a bit of space to go into QCM and get away. It's just one more level of thought to escape, not just, oh, I can escape, or I can Alt F4 or something like that, you know? That's all CIG are taking away from people. And if they make it more stricter, they make it more stricter, right? Yeah. The thing is, when somebody merges, you have the ability to disengage it pretty instantly away, and that's all CIG are taking away, right? But if you come in at QCM, you then go down to SCM, you regen all your stuff, and you go into the fight, you have to spend a few more seconds to get to escape speed. But the person who's attacking also has the ability to change up, you know? And I think it's a perfect system, because again, for me, I don't want it where the average player thinks that they can't escape. I want it where you can escape. You just have to think a little bit more. And it's the same thing with this new warping around, right? So we've got the ability we're gonna lose the ability to warp around OMs and actually play a minigame, right? And the minigame is, what do we have here? That's a fast mover, that's an arrow. However, it sort of sees that my marker is not coming. Maybe it's going for it. Let's do a fox. Let's see what happens here. Man, it's got such a fucking stealthy sort of build. I got the ping, right? But I think it's going down. There's the Herc. There's the arrow. Is the arrow just landing? The arrow might be just landing, right? Yeah, the arrow's just landing. Okay. Oh dear. The arrow also has a damaged wing. Might have been doing a mission. Something I didn't understand very well. How I bring somebody down. Mantis. Mantis stops people from QCMing and quantuming away. Or warping away, Wilfer. They've already confirmed. Again, we're going to see a live show or a big Spectrum post from them in the coming weeks to explain it all in better detail to stop or put out the fires, basically. But if you watch certain Discords, they have people like Yogi talking about it, like on Shadow Moses Discord. Yogi is really fucking awesome and answers there. So your like interceptors and stuff will be able to catch a little bit faster, but not dogfight as well, maybe not tank. But yeah, you'll literally have to probably use like 2 mantis to do the job. For me, I was actually wanting it where out of QEM, dampener slows people down and snare stops people from warping away. I think that would be sick, right? Because then you could have 2 mantis working together to solve a problem, right? Instead of just one ship doing everything. You have to have it where dampener stops QEM and snare slows people, does the bubble thing. And just make it where the snare is 20 kilometers and it can work anywhere, even at an outpost, right? It'll just give that person a crime stat and make it where dampening is like 5 kilometers because of the speed changes. It would be so dope, man. It would be really, really cool, I feel. Well, again, you have to look at it this way, Motar. When everyone's slowed down and you have the ability for somebody to not go 1,000 meters a second, you're going to find more people that can play the game like that. Because again, this is where we go with it. As I complain about somebody that can instantly disengage with it, not everyone has the time to learn speed control and management of their flight, right? But if everyone is slower down, it means that you can catch up faster in the mentality of it. Because right now a PvPer has to learn to fight at 200 to 400 meters a second in merges and also chase after people while shooting at them whilst merging at 600-700. You know what I mean? But if you don't have to do that, you only have to learn one style basically. And this is really, really good for people to catch up with players. Well, then you need to join an organization that's competitive, Motar. Simple as that. That's all you have to do. And I always say to people with this, if you're an organization that holds you back, get the fuck out of that organization. An organization should push its members up and support everyone like a foundation, but if you're doing something and you're not getting out of it or people are unathletic, you get the fuck out of that group. I don't care if you've known them for 10 years in the real life and you've both been fucking knitting socks in old Mother Hubbard's fucking cupboard for 5 years together. You leave that person. You can still knit the socks, you just don't play with each other in video games. Find a team that boosts you, and you boost the team, not where you are left by yourself in a stack of numbers. It's why these organizations with hundreds of members will never work, because you'll just be a number. You will never actually be somebody in that org. Because all the officer spots and all the leadership spots are already taken, I bet you. You know? Oh my god, Apaches! Lenny G? Lenny! Lenny! Can't I run the ship? So I'm gonna give you 1 shot. Right, there you go, Lenny. 1 shot. 2 shot. 3 shot. And a little bit of red. I'm gonna try and not land them all. There we go. And 1 more shot, Lenny. Take it like a champ. Oh, don't dive down, Lenny. No. No. And there. There we go. Right, that's it. Good fight, Lenny. Good fight. Took a bit of damage. Didn't kill it, though. And that's why you should join the Red Tie Gang. We're an org that doesn't make you just a number. Dude, I don't have an organization called Red Tie Gang. And if you're in an organization that's called Red Tie, I'm coming to sue. Oh my god, is that arrow going full ballistic out of here? Am I invisible? And... Alright. Bye. Guess I get some fuel. Oh, shit. What's this? Oh, it's the arrow. Funny how it's oh yeah, because it's quantum in a way, so that's why the signal's going up. Dude straighten up out. Yeah, whatever, man. Again, I'm completely fine with people being able to escape in Star Citizen. Just when you engage on me, you have to spend a little bit more time before you can do so. That's all I care about. Bring a couple of mantis, stuff like that. Woo! It's time to go vertical! 100%. Look at it go. The arrow's still up there, I think. Oh no! Your books! Your books! You dropped the books! Maybe? You drop a books? And I feel like your books just fell. Maybe a back door not held or something? I don't know. I doubt I'll be able to pick it up, but it kind of looked like a books. Books just falling. Maybe just bad sync on it. Come on. I could still catch that if I wanted to, but... Was that a box or a Steve? I don't know, it kind of felt like a box. But the problem is, you can't scan for boxes anymore. You used to be able to do it, like in 317... 317.1 actually, or it was 316. You could basically scan and it would show you where a box was. Because me and Fresh would always find them, you know. But it's been taken, like people... You know what I mean? You could actually see X's where people's bodies were. Now you don't get that shit, right? Which I really hate, actually. I liked how I could find items and stuff. That's not the box. That's a mining thing there. Yeah, I do miss the bookses. It was, what happened to the CA? I was like, bruh, nah bruh. So what's with the pinging? That's because I'm constantly scanning the air for anyone sneaking up on me, Heavy Bob. I'm by myself, dude. This is what we call active radar. So you've got your radar in between you, but active radar is literally constantly scanning the area, and especially as Hurston doesn't have many mining objects, I know anytime that I get a ping and I don't know where the mining, or I know where the mining location is, I know that it's somebody coming after me, or coming to this area, right? So that's why I have ping on speed dial right now. Because I want to know when somebody's approaching me. Or sneaking up on me. Smart. Yes, very smart. You can make more choices when you learn the mechanics of the game. The arrow might have actually been pretty stock because of how low its EM was to go off radar at 5k. Like, I could see where it's going with active, but on main radar, it would drop from 5. I'm really hungry, chat. The stomach is grumbling. It needs to be fed. The belly. Got me itching for PvP? It's very quiet, dude, sadly. Again, I'm just testing out Saber with cannons. It has been working really nicely, and the thing I like about the Saber with cannons is, oh. I'm not in the right PvP mode. That's why my shots are misfiring. Oh. I'm not in it, chat. Let me go here. Did I even redo? I think I was mucking on the settings. That's what it is. I'll just pause this now. Did I set up the settings? I think I did. Where I can just change games, Did I actually rename them? Maybe I did. Name that as possible VPC alpha. Prime. Just now. I think that's it. Why is it doing? Why is it not doing 4? Yeah, let's make this 5. See if this does this. Test this out for a second. That works. Cool. That is much better. They're going off at the same time now instead of me, man. Rightio. Hacker mode? Not really. EM here. Okay, so let's call this. I'm gonna call this as 1. I'm gonna go to weapons. I'm gonna take off this and call this as 2. Go back to. I don't know why I closed that. Oh shit. We have a Saber Raven? What the actual fuckery? What the actual fuckery, chat? My god. Saber Raven. And if that charges its EMP, it's gonna get splashed like fast. This thing doesn't know that Saber is so much faster than it. Oh. Not change my settings either, so. Oh. There we go. Whew. Forgot to change my settings. Holy mother! Why didn't I get a raid notification? Why? Why? Did I not get it? No! How you doing, Hankin? Sorry, I need to fix that now. Hi! How you doing? There we go. There we go. Hankin _ SE. How are you doing, sir? Thank you so much for that raid. Welcome in. Let me just quickly finish what I was doing before I quickly forget what we're on. Just go here. Quickly. How you doing, dude? You've been streaming a long time, sir. Also, I saw the green bear is back out. How many hours have you guys given poor Hankin on the bears? Let me quickly do this. Appreciate that though, dude. Thank you very much. Let me quickly just change these settings because we're just dialing in some controls. This needs to be rename 1. No, back this way. Fuck. Actually, back. And rename this as 2. That's the alpha, that's the prime. I can actually get rid of the prime. Keep the alpha 1, so I know what it is for the future. Cool. Oh, let's get rid of that. And quickly, PP-1. There we go. Cool. Awesome. Thank you. Holy mother of gypsies. Woo. Appreciate it. Let me go here. Also, if I got a moderator, can we get special shout out, please, for me Hankin? Me Hankin. I need to update this one. Helping Project Go-Kart. They're building gaming station for kids in hospitals. Oh, you mean RL? I thought it was when you said Project Go-Kart. I thought you meant something to do with Star Citizen. I was like, what? Children's hospitals? When did they add in children's hospitals in the game? And a bit of a brain fart there. That's awesome, dude. Why I'm wearing the bear? Ah, right. That's why the bear is back. That's awesome, dude. So that's so cool. How many hours do you have to wear it, guys? What did you get him to? Also, how are things, dude? I know that you've had a few bit of internet troubles and stuff. All good on your stream front, I take it? Motar, take care, dude. And sorry, I missed the raid, guys. Robert and RSS786, I hope that's all correct. Thank you very much for the follows, guys. Appreciate it. At least you're quick at noticing. I do read chat. Yeah. I do read chat. To some people's disbelief, I do read chat. But I always concentrate on PvP more at the time. It did have stealth. I don't know why it didn't kick in right at the beginning, but... Twitch, why you give me 7 ads? Firecap, I appreciate the 7 ads, dude. I know you can't hear it, but obviously, as a full-time streamer, ads pay my bills. And since, obviously, I've had huge bill decline and stuff like that, especially with, like, the loss of Luna this past, like, couple of weeks, you know. Need all the pennies. Especially for exclamation mark Nova. I'm going to promote my boy in chat. I don't know if you know about this, Hankin, but Nova is in a really bad spot after the passing of Luna. And I'm desperately trying to get him a buddy as soon as possible. And unfortunately, because of Luna's vet bills, I'm cleaned out. So I'm struggling to do like I don't really like the idea of GoFundMes, but Nova's too important to me to not try everything possible to help out. So yeah, we've got a little GoFundMe, not for me, it's for Nova, who's my older husky, and he's very, very depressed with the passing of my eldest female, which was last week. He's in a really bad state where he's not eating his favorite chews. He's walking badly where he would have her on the left, so he's off balance when he's walking. He's more aggressive towards other dogs than he normally is. He's just generally in a funk mood right now. Is there a way we can program the bot so anytime someone by any chance a message pops up, just do exclamation mark ads? Or no, I don't have it as that. Let me just build it for you, dude. I'll just quickly make a command for you. Sorry, I didn't even think that would be a good way of doing it. Yeah, I'll get that sorted out in a second, dude. It's for both of you. Well, the thing is, like, as I'm saying to people, Hankin, I'm fine with just Nova right now. You know what I mean? Obviously, lost Luna, enjoying the walk. Mithras, thank you very much for the 100. Sorry, not 100. 1,000 bits, even. Crazy. Thank you. But Nova is missing like somebody to comfort him and snuggle into, and obviously I'm not enough for him, so sadly we have to do this. We just do this. Moderator team. Announce. This will only be moderator that can do it. 0. And I'll put on a wee cheeky. Do I ever, with moderator responses, do I give you guys like unlimited time? Yeah, I do. I give you unlimited time. Alright, cool. I'll just do that then. 0 on that one. Oh, not 10. 0. There we go. Sorry guys, quickly just checking this out. Try exclamation mark ADS, Zayman. See what happens with that one. I don't know if it'll do anything like what I think it'll, you know. Yeah, sorry Farcap. It's the kind of thing. There we go, you know. So there you go. Oof. What's unlimited time? Just basically like you can spam the command if you wanted to, for example. I only let moderators have that ability, so I was just double checking, you know. I got an auto manage for it, just wondering why Twitch sets 7 ads in a row. It's just so I'm part of the, or I've got access to ad incentive program, Firecap. So we fire out ads something within the day. I can't remember how many, like the space of the ads, right? But it gives me a huge chunk, and I mean a real huge chunk of money, which massively helps me out. But because of it, because I'm doing so many ads or something like that, we take away pre-rolls. So you shouldn't get an ad if you join my channel or raid from somebody or something like that. But obviously the ads incentive program requires me to fire out so many ads, so many hours, and I have to do 90 hours to actually get this money. So that's why we're now, whenever you get it, you get bombarded with like 5 to 7 ads, and there should be just short ones though. Oh. Well, guys. There's Star Citizen for you. Awesome stuff. I love when SE crashes. I know. But I'm super tired anyway, like, so I'm gonna send all the love. If you haven't seen it, by the way, Henkin, this was the candidate yesterday. So this one would grow up to be the same weight as Nova and stuff like that, you know. And the community naming we have right now is, if you're on my Discord under announcements, you can either choose Nyx, which is Latin for snow. That would work. Solis, which is Latin for sun, or Ventus, which is Latin for wind. And everyone's going for Nyx. For snow. Like, I always choose Latin names for my animals that I work with, just because it's just me, you know. Nix. That obviously that would be Nyx from Dota, but Latin is Nix for Nyx. So yeah. That is who we're a candidate. But obviously right now we're sitting at like 721. I put down goals here because I just wanted to let people know what it actually costs to purchase a friend for Nova. At 2,000, it's purchasing a friend and injections, and at 3, it's purchasing a friend, injections, and operation to be neutered, which would massively help out. So if we can hit goal 1, this is like big for Nova, because again, my other husky is deteriorating because seems to be heartbroken. He's very depressed, so that's why I did a GoFundMe, because normally I wouldn't do this stuff. Like, I would do it off my own back and maybe speak to people privately, but it's kind of like, yeah, it's not for PC equipment, it's not for clothing, it's literally for a friend, for my dog, you know. So I kind of feel it's justified to reach out with the old GoFundMe style, you know. Yeah, but Nyx is the same name of lice treatment. Oh well, that's whatever, man. Nyx has Nyx, you know. How will Nova react with a new dog around? Well, this is why I looked at, the first thing I did when I started noticing this Hellfire was I was straight over to the rescue homes and seeing candidates for Nova, but they're all between 2 and 3 years old. I've got no back history on them. They say they're aggressive to other dogs, which obviously is not the case with huskies and stuff like that. And yeah, so I checked out there first, and I feel like the next best step is to just go with puppy, because obviously Nova can be around it the full time. It's literally not, I say this in the kindness of heart, it's not being tainted by other humans. You know what I mean? It comes in clean, it gets dominated by Nova right from the beginning, and they just become big buddies together, because in 6 months it'll be the same size as Nova and just a bit less weight, which means that in 6 months' time he'll have full walking companion again. And I just wasn't going to risk going to get a companion that would already be ready to go, and they have a male conflict or a female male conflict, and then Nova's even more depressed because he's like, where's Luna? Why is this happen? If it comes in as a pup, he understands the pup's growth, right? He won't understand why Luna's been replaced by another dog, kind of thing. Because that's always the thing with dogs. They're territorial, but whenever I leave the house, Nova's like, oh, are you coming back with Luna? He doesn't know Luna's no longer with us. He thinks Luna's just not coming back the same day, if you know what I mean. So when I went away traveling yesterday, apparently my mum said like 30 minutes before I arrived, he's howling. Like he's literally sitting in the room howling, as in, where is everyone that I care about? Even though my mother's there, and you know what I mean, but his pack is not there. I'm not there, Luna's not there, and when I open the door and it's just me coming in, he gets excited, but he's like, and then he's just like depressed again. So I need somebody to balance that out. It sounds really bad, but I need somebody to distract him from Luna. And the only way I would ever recommend to a family is, as I put in the GoFundMe, is get another dog to replace mentally what he thinks of Luna, for example. And if I don't do that, he could end up where he will just lie down. If he stops eating, he might go into what they call the heartbreak kind of situation with dogs and animals. You get it with birds quite a lot. Elephants as well. They just sit down, they don't eat, and they just die. Because they don't have their companion. And you think that you're enough to take that off? It's not. Pack dogs and pack animals, or animals that are like within flocks and stuff, have these constant effect on it, and he is showing massive signs of this. Because obviously he does suffer from quite a bit of an anxiety attacks, but because obviously he used to be an ex-customer of mine, and we've got him out of that where he's nice and relaxed. He can sit in the car, he can watch me walk away from the car, and he used to scream, absolutely scream, and now he just watches like, oh, he's coming back, he's coming back. But he's got the same thing with Luna now, where it's like, where is she? And now, because he was starting to realize that she ain't coming back, or still thinks it might be whatever dog with time doesn't understand that, he's starting to get more into his old state of anxious. He's not balanced, so this is why we're desperately trying to get this started. And again, as much as you say it's for me as well, Hankin, it is for him. Because I'm happy with just one husky, I'm happy with Nova, you know what I mean? I can go through the rest of Nova's life with just me and Nova, but it's him that's out of balance, not me. And it's the only way I know to bring a dog back is to give him something that he enjoys to go out with, you know? Or plays with, so I should say. I'm glad that you're here with us, man. Hopefully it helps. Thanks for being in the stable of the community. Thank you, Lakin, dude. I appreciate that, man. I'm sorry for the loss. It is what it is. Like, I know Glitch yesterday was like, you need more time to grieve, and it's like, or take time to grieve, and it's like, I don't have time to grieve. I don't grieve about loss of humans or animals, because again, life is too short to spend that time selfishly moping around. And I know, before anyone freaks out, I know everyone deals with grief completely different. But for me, what counts is the living, not the dead part. The dead part is literally, in my eyes, and this is just my opinion, it's somebody that requires to go into a selfish mentality of, I miss them, I'm upset, and it's, you don't take into consideration this sort of stuff when people are not there, you know what I mean? You're not like, I miss them, I'm upset, but they're still alive, so I don't give two fucks, you know? It's only when it gets into this sort of part, the human brain starts going into this, you keep thinking about these things. For me, it's the living part that's the most important. You can't stop something from dying. It's inevitable. So don't waste the energy on the dead. Waste the energy on the living, is my mentality. And I have a living husky that needs help and my attention. And that's more important to me than grieving about Luna that I can't do anything about. It's sad, don't get me wrong. And I miss Luna massively. But I don't have time. Literally, no joke, and this is where it goes with, and why I'm sort of in these sort of states, is because literally 4 weeks ago, she's running around, jumping about, eating, going hiking, major hikes, jumping off fucking logs, swimming in Loch Ness, all these things. 4 weeks later, she's on the floor fucking dead. I ain't got time to waste months and weeks fucking boo-hooing my eyes out, you know? And I say that with the kindness of respect to people. Do what you need to do, but I don't have time for that shit. I've literally streamed through COVID, I've streamed through the death of Luna, and I will keep streaming until I get fucking things sorted out, you know? That's just my way. So don't worry about it. I appreciate Lankin, but don't worry about it, dude. Let's just concentrate on Nova. He's the most important one right now. And Nova would assist in training. Yeah, exactly. I mean, obviously, I don't want all of Nova's, like, bad habits to be projected, you know? But I would love for Nova's howling. Nova is a beautiful howler and a talker. I would love a puppy to establish this. Because Nova will give you a full-blown conversation. Luna would never do that. She would howl, right? But you couldn't have a conversation. You can sit beside Nova on the couch and talk to him, and he'll talk back. He goes, and you have no idea if he actually understands or not, but he actually does that. That is a husky trait I would love to see passed over, if possible. Not his running after cats. That would be nice, you know. Live life to the fullest, yeah, exactly. Supposedly everything that has to do with space dies eventually, even unimportant matters like rocks. So everything dies except time and death itself. Exactly, Sin Omega. So for me, and again, I want to stress to the point that everyone has their different ways of dealing with death and trauma and all that stuff. I'm not trying to belittle people, but for me, I just ain't got the time to give a shit about something when I've got other things to deal with. I've got my mother's dog to continuously work on. I have Nova to make sure that he lives his life out to the fullest. You know what I mean? When I'm all by myself, I don't have anyone around me, you know, my mother's passed away, all the dogs have passed away, then I'll grieve. Or be selfish. But right now, not. No time. I do wonder what happens after. For me, I said in the post with Luna, I actually said this one, where I said to Luna, one of the best dogs I've ever had the pleasure in working and living with, may your eternal hikes through the mountains be pleasant and howl to your heart's desire. I would hope, like, I'm not religious, but I quite like the idea that she is running across mountains, spectral mountains or whatever, howling with other lost dogs and just having a whale of a time. You know what I mean? Oh, you want meaning in a spiritual way. Alright, fair enough. Then you're just black, dead. You don't even know you've died. Did you know you were born? No. Was there anything before you were conceived? No. There was no spirit. There was no Narnia. There's nothing. The moment that you die, you don't even know you're dead. That's what I think happens. You just don't exist. Your brain is gone. Everything. And when people say they see white light, most likely it's they're on the floor. They've got a fucking doctor with a lamp looking into the eyes, and then you get resuscitated and you come back to life and you go, I saw white light, I was heading to heaven. No, you weren't. It was just a fucking doctor or a surgeon with a torch in your fucking eyes, and that's it, you know? And your brain just records it because your eyes are lenses, you know? So that's my belief with it. The moment that you die, you don't even know you're dead. You are just dead. You don't exist. You're a fleshy husk that's left behind that gets cremated or buried, you know? That's why I just don't care about death at all. I only care about when living and breathing and running around excited and doing all these things. Everything else is just obsolete to me, you know? Again, no time to worry about something that I can't prevent, you know? What happens when you die? Well, that's just, again, everyone's entitled to their belief. I'm not religious, but I would love it if I would ever have the ability to find out that Luna and all dogs are running around some amazing forest, having a wicked time chasing after the deers that have died. Sorry to the deers, but obviously that's the circle of life, right? I would love to know that stuff. Or maybe they're spectral deers, you know, just imagining from things, you know? That, I would love for it to be the case, but I'm very dominant on the idea of that you don't know anything before you're born. The moment that you die, you don't even know you're dead. You just cease to exist. You're gonna wake up when you die and they're gonna be like how a VR experience. Yeah, you know, I'll take my goggles off and the fucking Henkin will be saying, Henkin, that was one hell of a fucking VR trip. And he's like, well, we're going back in round 2. Fucking you know what I mean? Imagine if that was the fucking case. All it is me and Henkin in a fucking VR tube. And we're constantly that's why we're both streamers, crazy folk, dancing legends, narcotics, everything like that, dress up as idiots. It's because we're actually in the same fucking VR basement right now, somewhere in the future, and we keep going back to the same weird points in time, you know? I'd be understanding things, but also mad. Oh yeah, could you be mad if you passed away and you literally lift up your VR goggles and go, that was a good journey? No joke. I don't know, like obviously because you would have put yourself into that situation, but I would be angry if I woke up. You know, you pass away and you wake up as yourself, but with goggles on or something like that. These graphics suck. Yeah, it'd be, and like, why you know of like God, or you know, like the portraying thing is like, you know, long hair, beard, kind of like what people symbolize in with like Christian God. It's just literally the fucking clerk that runs the store of VR, you know. Fucking hell, that would be a head fuck. Like, TDL gets uncanny as husky. I wouldn't mind a wolf, to be honest. That would be cool. But I don't believe in reincarnation either. We've got more chance that we wake up and it's a fucking simulation than you do anything else right now. Let's just be honest, right? Anyway, good chats. Got a little bit fucking weird at the end there. But I always appreciate these kind of banters. You know? Now you know a bit more into the mind of DarkLaw. Doesn't give a shit about death. Only about the living. Which is how it should be, in my opinion. Alright, who to send you on to? I'm gonna go and get some food and then I'm gonna get my husky out to walk around and try and cheer him up. Thank you so much for the donations that have just come in. Daniel, thank you so much for that. Cinema, thank you so much for the donation. Christian, I like your hair. Thank you very much for the donation. All the anonymous ones coming in as well. Thank you so much. Sorry, I can't read them out. I just go with the words of support ones here just now. Thank you so much, guys. You have no idea. Again, we're on a little bit of a tight spell. If I can hit the 1,000 by the weekend, then we'll go for a friend. I'll just take a loan and stuff like that or something like that. You know what I mean? That should be where we go to, you know. If I can cross the 1,000, because it does take like 5 to 9 days, it says, to transfer, so we'll do it that way. But super appreciated. So much love already. Who can we go to? I've got Vesmer, who raided us the other day. They're playing Overwatch. We have Gallifear, who has just gone live. Or you've got Nerdy Netty, who is playing A Plague Tale. Who do you want to go to? Who would you like to go to? You got Gallifear playing Star Citizen, Vesmer playing Overwatch, or Netty playing A Plague. Food and laundry time? Yeah, I need to do laundry on Sunday. Gallifear. Thank you very much, Cough. I wasn't generally trying to go with the first thing. Let us go over to the Space Viking himself, an absolute legend within the Star Citizen community, guys. Awesome dude. We recently did a GoFundMe for Gallifear to get his PC all up and done for the future. That's what I love about the Star Citizen community. We actually help each other out. Unlike other communities that don't do shit, right? They just go, oh, I'm in struggle. Nah, sorry, I'm going back to fucking Call of Duty. So yeah, thank you very much, guys. I massively appreciate it. Enjoy Gallagher's show. I will be back on tomorrow and everything like that. Thank you so much for the support. That's all I'm going to say on the matter. But yeah, thank you again, Henkin, for the raid. All the follows today, everyone popping up here with the bits, Taco, Mithras. And thank you very much who supported Nova. Massively appreciate it. Firecap, Cinemega, Heavy Bob, Zayman, Koff, Cinema. Thank you for being here, guys. Henkin again for the raid, dude. Have a wonderful day, sir. Hellfire, everyone. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Enjoy Gallifrey, guys. Take care. Everyone stay safe. Life's too short. Have a good one.